start off with some caves of Cud, and we'll move on from there. I got some fucking propaganda criticism up on YouTube. My mom's a defense lawyer. She used to watch shit like this. It's so weird. Like, at least I guess, I don't know, you understand the sort of mix, like the actual circumstances of the world and society you live in, I guess. But, you know, anyway.
Told TV Insider that sometimes he gets
I don't know. This guy's pretty annoying. He wants 30 minutes of my time. We'll see if he makes
salutes on the street from real cops. So old people and cops watch Blue Bloods. Why should we care? Why should anyone care? Well, as conversations rage on the internet about radically reforming and reimagining the role police play in American society, it's important to remember that not everybody is seeing the same world. In part 1 of this series on how TV has shaped American understanding of the police, we talked about the history of the genre and the deals early shows made with law enforcement, trading independence for access in the sheen of authenticity and realism. But as we've seen throughout the nationwide protests against police brutality, TV isn't the only media in town depicting the police. Cell phone footage has spread like wildfire across the internet, and with it, conversations about reforming and reimagining the role police should play. And that's what this series is about, reassessing the image of police we've gotten from television. And if that sounds interesting to you, check out my Patreon. While cell phone footage has ignited conversations about the police, there are still a lot of people who aren't looking at those videos. They're watching things like Blue Bloods.
Damn internet's a blessing and a curse.
Can I quote you on that? Senior Living is hounding me for a soundbite.
If we're going to have a conversation about how to improve or change our police system in America, we have to understand what reality and assumptions everyone is operating on. And that's why we have to talk about Blue Bloods. It's a cop's cop show. Perhaps this is most apparent in the very title of the show. Blue Bloods is about the Reagan family. I know, it's not exactly subtle in its conservative politics. The Reagans have a long history with the police and with law enforcement, which is where the title comes from. Blue Bloods. Get it? They got that thin blue line in their blood. But it's also worth noting the complete irony of this title. The term blue blood actually dates back to medieval Spain.
We know what blue blood means, dog. You really...
Over time, it became a term for aristocracy at large. Those who didn't have to work in the fields would have skin so pale you could see their blue veins. Others have used the term to represent the inbreeding and blood disorders like hemophilia in the royal families like the Habsburgs.
Most people in this situation would be angry with their family for the centuries of inbreeding, but not Gerhard. He's too busy trying to stave off infection.
No matter which explanation you prefer, the term blue blood is either explicitly racist or refers to a generational ruling class of people who have become disconnected from their subjects. And that's just hilariously on the nose. And it's also what makes the show's portrayal of the police so damaging. Blue Bloods paints an unreflective, pro-police world through oversimplification of difficult problems, discrediting critics, and pushing a partisan worldview. And it does all of this while claiming to be about a virtuous group of people that exist above the dirty game of politics.
I do feel like
you
I
might
gotta
expect
turn
Blue
you
Bloods
down.
to steer clear of touchy political issues, to just stick to the police
I
want to
be louder
Law and
than
Order
you,
might.
much
But you'd
louder.
be very, very wrong. Blue Bloods loves to address the real and complicated issues that face the
Alright,
police.
here's my
Storylines
turtle
that feel like they've
guy,
been ripped from the
Mara.
headlines. They've
He's in
tackled the blue wall of
Joppa.
silence, police brutality, racism, free speech, and a bunch of other things.
Wonder
that
how
aren't
that's
topical.
going.
Good, right? Well, not so much. You see, these topics are only brought up so that Blue Bloods can oversimplify them and solve them far too easily. Take, for example, the idea of oversight from the district attorney's office. This is a common critique of the American justice system. There have been a number of high-profile police brutality cases, like Eric Gardner and Tamir Rice, that have failed to produce indictments for the police officers involved, despite grand juries having a 99% indictment rate at the federal level.
Grand juries almost always do what the prosecutor wants. So maybe we need to look at, when it comes to the police, if prosecutors really don't want to indict them because they work with them and they need them and they're on the same show.
He's right. On Blue Bloods, this idea is highlighted in one Season 4 episode, where Aaron Reagan is assigned to review an officer's use of excessive force that led to the death of a person in custody. Aaron Reagan is the daughter of the police commissioner himself, which makes this a clear conflict of interest.
Oh God, it does. What?
With me? That's how this plays out.
That's
So this is a
awesome.
powerful
What is
metaphor. Blue
happening?
Bloods is using an actual family to highlight the familial nature of the NYPD and
Wow,
how it can get in
that's-
the way of justice.
that's-
It highlights the systemic flaws in our justice system's police oversight by making the prosecutor a literal member of the police family. So, how does Blue Bloods solve this real-world dilemma
God.
that it's pointed out? Well,
It doesn't.
it's just not really a problem.
Yeah.
Erin bristles when she's told that it might
Actually,
be
it's actually
Are you
helpful.
saying I should have gotten your permission before taking this case?
as does her father.
Of course, I think she can be objective.
Her family badgers her to drop the case, seemingly hammering home the idea that this is a clear conflict of interest.
Christopher Collins was unarmed too, and your officer used deadly force.
If it were me, or Danny, or Jamie, we might have done the same thing.
But Erin conducts herself as a consummate professional throughout, totally unbothered. In
Oh,
fact, she
wow.
eventually sways her family to her side, implying
Wow.
that keeping everything in-house isn't a flaw in the system, but actually its greatest strength. According to the Reagans, no outsider should have any say in this process.
So let me get this straight. You ready to throw down with those two knuckleheads even though they agree with everything you just said about Aaron?
Reagan family rule number one. Reagans can talk smack all night long. Outsiders talk smack. There's gonna be a fight.
This is especially troubling when the show
Wow,
ties
that's
the NYPD
crazy.
so closely to that idea of family. On Blue Bloods, you could substitute Reagan in that speech with cops.
Reagan family rule number one. Reagans can talk smack all night long. Outsiders talk smack. There's gonna be a fight.
Blue Bloods actually does a great job of highlighting that there is a problem. But when it comes time to talk about how to fix that problem, the issue just magically disappears. And everyone just does the right thing. Police oversight is often addressed this way on Blue Bloods.
Oh, I have a
even when the show
mutation
pays lip
point to
service
use.
challenges. In a Season 5 episode, a cop named Kara Walsh returns to the force after having testified against her partner, who killed a suspect in custody with an illegal chokehold.
Partner killed a suspect in custody.
It was self-defense. Even the grand jury refused to indict him. Now, a good cop's out of a job while the one that put him there is still on the street.
In both the episodes showing the killing and the follow-up, Blue Bloods illustrates how difficult police oversight is.
Okay, I get that cops need to protect themselves, but there have to be some regulations as to how far they can go, right?
We have guidelines.
But no matter what the regulations say, a cop should never rat on their partner. Ever.
So then the regulations don't really mean much, right?
Smart kid.
This is another real dilemma. Good job, Blue Bloods. Decorated Baltimore detective Joe Crystal was driven from the Baltimore police after he reported police brutality, as fellow officers tried to intimidate him and left a dead rat on his windshield. Buffalo officer Carriel Horn was fired in 2008 for reporting an illegal chokehold, while the offending officer would stay on the force and rack up at least 3 more incidents. This year, a Massachusetts detective was fired for a social media post supporting her niece attending a Black Lives Matter rally. Hell, in July, an NYPD chief told cops not to be afraid to use illegal chokeholds and assured them that they wouldn't be prosecuted if
Wow,
they did. It is a
nice.
systemic issue that creates a culture that's known as the blue wall of silence,
Haven't you ever heard of the blue wall of silence?
where reporting on a cop is worse than anything the cop might have actually done that's worth reporting on. So how does Blue Bloods address this complicated issue they've brought up? It's nothing a spunky speech from the good old Reagan boys can't fix.
Carol Walsh took a bullet for a fellow officer. That makes her twice the cop you'll ever be. And if you got a problem with her, then you got a problem with me. And that goes for everyone else in here.
And that speech just works. Somehow. Miraculously. See, look, now they're buying her a beer. Did they refuse to answer a call for backup that got Kara Walsh shot? Yes. Is there a system that incentivizes the behavior of these cops to retaliate against Kara Walsh's testimony? Also yes. But police reform? Nah. Let's just get the golden boy to give them a good talking to.
And if you got a problem with her, then you got a problem with me.
The same approach of walking up to complicated issues and drastically oversimplifying them is taken to a number of other topics in Blue Bloods. In the 3rd season finale, the police take on a gang that runs the Bitterman Projects, nicknamed the Bitter End. The DA has enacted a policy where they won't try cases without full cooperation and testimony from victims. Okay, so again, Blue Bloods has outlined a complicated and interesting dilemma. Victims need to testify in order to get justice. But if they do come forward, they face retribution because they still have to live in the same projects as the gang that hurt them. There's no easy solution here. The show actually goes out of its way to talk about the systemic issues that have made policing the Bitterman projects so difficult. Frank's dad even goes so far as to suggest that maybe the solution isn't something that can come from the police.
We're talking about generations of bad blood between the community and the NYPD.
And generations on both sides who have used that as an excuse to let it fester instead of taking action.
But what action? Cops aren't missionaries. They're cops.
So
what does that mean?
Let's show about cops resolve this issue. Do they look into the socioeconomic conditions that led to the rise of gangs in the bitter end? Do they look at programs to shield the residents from retribution? No, of course not. They just arrest the entire gang and everything's fine.
These arrests were made with information given by the residents of the Bitterman projects at their own risk, with no promise of reward.
No attention is paid to the conditions that cause the gang to rise, or how another might easily take its place. Despite explaining how bad blood exists between the community and the NYPD, by the end of the episode...
Wow, this is really bad, dude. You're not good, because I get it,
Trying to
cop
see if you have a drug
shows,
in there called
whatever,
fentanyl.
but it's not that particular television show's responsibility to decide that question. That's for the audience to decide. Why does the show need to tell you? Aren't you supposed to come to these conclusions as a viewer to be like, oh man, the show is asking questions and now I have to answer? People are very interesting. Now, what can we... None of these look good. An hour, bro, you don't need an hour and 42 minutes to explain Amway. How Moral Oral was betrayed by Adult Swim and was canceled. Is that what happened? That's interesting. I didn't know that. The weirdest episode of Wife Swap. Right. I love that they called it that. That's good shit. King of Stolen Valor. Okie. An hour and a half? You want feature-length movie attention time for whoever this is. I don't even know if they're worth knowing about. That's a lot to ask, buddy. I remember back in the early 2000s, you could watch like a 4-hour documentary or something. I don't know how you're supposed to do that these days. Oh, man. Nestor Machno was the original bread tuber before there were tubes. And he was really out there killing people. He bombed a dinner. He snuck in. So the story is, I don't know, you never know. I think it was before the written word in that part of Ukraine. He apparently snuck into a dinner being held by one of the local, like, landlords or ward chiefs or whatever, and fucking talking about, how they're celebrating how they're, defeating all the peasants and Machno's army and shit. And he sneaks in and he pulls off his mustache and sunglasses disguise, says, "I am Nestor Machno," and he throws a bomb and jumps out the window. So, I mean, look, if you believe it, I mean, I have no reason not to. I would never mess with a guy who did something like that, right? So genuinely, that story wasted on a stream that nobody is watching. I may work that into a later stream that somebody watches. There's something wrong with Leticia. 49 minutes. Yo, what up, No Emotion? Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. This is the vokecast episode 2, the extreme fucking pain edition. We're out here. I'm just gonna fucking try to get people, get some eyes on what's happening, and we're gonna fucking make it happen. Okay, I did watch like 3 Come Town videos. No, it was one video that was like 3 sections of podcasts. And now all it wants to do is just give me C-Town content. Alright, we'll watch this one. This one's going to be, because I hate homeowners associations.
Oh, man. Who is it? We got a letter from the HOA.
Oh, HOA? What does that mean?
It's the Homeowners Association, Winslow. How do we have one all the way out here? We're in the middle of nowhere, literally, in the middle of nowhere.
What?
What?
I want to tell you something. Come over here.
I'm not gonna. Why do I have to just tell me?
Come on. Come over here. Please.
Whatever. I'll just do it later. I'll just come back down later.
No! Wait! Wait! I just want some screen time!
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on and sit on down, because today we're talking about 3 letters that I hate combined together. I'm of course talking about H-O-A. Let me tell you something. Owning a home is something most people hope to accomplish as they reach their adult years. There's something freeing about having your own piece of property, where you have more say in creating a comfortable space.
Nope, not if you have an HOA.
However, many future homeowners may not realize that they don't have as much freedom as they may think. A significant number of communities in the U.S. are overseen by something called the HOA. Or the Homeowners Association. The HOA is run by a board of directors that enforce rules for all residents that own property within the community to follow, right? So your neighborhood has some fucking goon council.
So disgusting.
And there's the people who are like, your fence can't be that high. And some of their goals include maintaining the upkeep, the safety, and property value of a neighborhood while also providing amenities for homeowners and aiding in resolving resident disputes.
No.
Right? It's basically daycare. If you're in a HOA, you're in a daycare.
God.
Hey, listen, your car's a bit loud. You coming? Can you just slow it down? And can you also just, I mean, come on. You're being a bit loud. You know, it's that kind of stuff.
Cut your grass.
Yeah. So actually, you left your trash cans out in your driveway. That's a fine. I can't leave my trash cans in my driveway. It makes the neighborhood look bad. Kill yourself.
Left your 50-foot skeleton out.
Hell yeah. What up, Dom Murda? Holy shit. Look, all right. Well, I'm glad everybody's here. Oh shit, Maker's here.
They often collect quarterly, monthly, or annual fees. That's right. You get to pay for someone to treat you like a child. And when they are being operated as they were intended, it can result in great things for an individual community, right? However, there are countless examples, if not almost every example, of HOAs that have terrorized residents, often power tripping on the perceived superiority they receive from the board that they are on. So today, let's talk about the dark side of the Homeowners Association.
Damn, I did that whole main quest. I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. What's my next? Oh, I gotta help Argive or whatever that guy's name is, right?
Is branching out, evolving.
Oh, nope. Sorry, buddy. Hunter.
Delicious, nutritious energy drink. We have these. It's crazy. Boo-hoo, bitch, is what I would say, which you could. We'll get back to the video.
Thank you.
You know, and you're probably wondering this. This is probably the glaring question off the top of everybody's mind. Hunter,
why?
How do you feel about HOAs, right?
What?
What I gotta say is, you know what? Don't like them.
Show. Yeah, that's really funny.
Like, if a guy, which you couldn't even do this anyway, I was gonna say, just paints a swastika on his house, the police would be called. They can't do that. This is honestly what I think. If you're in a neighborhood you like and you're like, this is nice, I'm gonna keep my house nice where I can sell it one day, and the value of it is only going to increase. But the guy next door painted his house in polka dots, and no one wants to live next to the fucking polka dot house.
Oh,
I
God.
understand the frustration there. At the same time, if I just spent $350,000 on a house, it should be my God-given right to paint the motherfucker in polka dots.
Yeah, right? Like, it's hard. It can't.
To cut my fucking lawn. Is it annoying to look at? Boo-hoo, bitch, is what I would say. Or if I was that distraught, honestly, I'd just be like, what could I do? I'm not saying that I advocate for people being slobs, because I don't. I'm just saying that, like, there's got to be a better way besides everyone is affected by rules because of, like, some bad eggs. That's what I gotta say. And also, I do think HOAs are just a huge pain in the ass. They can be expensive at times. Like, if you live in a really nice neighborhood, those fees, those monthly fees, it's crazy. Bananas.
Damn.
I think we're paying like 150 HOA fees.
God damn.
But first, how do people feel about homeowners associations? Residents often complain about the rigid set of rules around the HOA's ability to limit modifications to your house.
Yeah, people want to put a deck on their house. They're like, I bought this house. I want to put a deck on it.
They want to prove it because they want the neighborhood to have a similar color scheme. And these types of regulations surrounding your home's visual appeal.
Bro, I got the bro. Look, I'm good. I feel like, you know, when I stream, like, there's just a lot of things going on. I've either got like a podcast going, or, you know, I've got this like video thing going now, right, which doesn't like super obstruct the game. So there's always something to pay attention to. You know what I mean? Never get lost.
I was like, no, I don't want to leave. I'm gonna buy you out. And this inevitably will result in some
so I gotta go get some wire, apparently. Am I ready to go? Do I? What? Who am I? What? Who am I? What is happening here? Okay, so I have a gas mask, right? That's a gas mask. I have these horns on my head that I can ram people with. I can go turtle mode with my turtle body. I have a bronze dagger in this hand and a desert crisp, which is some other kind of short weapon in this one.
You're required to pay. Seeing as other people are often forced to join HOAs to live in the community in the first place, you may think, what's the worst they can do? Well, the HOA has more power than you realize. In some instances, as late fees pile up, the HOA can pull a lien against your home, which is the right to keep possession of property belonging to another person until a debt owed by that person is discharged. They can basically be like, I own your house. Until you pay your stupid fucking fees, I can own your house. And it's some dickhead down the road who's just like, hey, I just got this cherry Firebird that I'm souping up. It's like, dude, jump off your house! That's what I want to say. Fuck them. Essentially, if you fail to pay your debt to the HOA, they can foreclose your home to pay it off on top of any legal fees.
The legal fees to sue you.
Yeah, the legal fees to sue you. And I understand this is a fail-safe scenario for people who are like, I'm not going to pay it, or they're being dicks. You want to be able to boot people out of a neighborhood if you have kids. Also, in some communities, don't you have to be approved to even get the house by the HOA?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know.
I think there are actual neighborhoods where it's like, yeah, the HOA has to prove you.
Is that real? Is that real, buddy? I don't want to hear.
That's a lot of HOAs. There are many other serious issues regarding HOAs, like some of them even still try to get away with racial segregation, the way it was commonly done in the 1960s. Even as recently as 2019, a Florida community discovered that a nearby neighborhood still had Caucasian-only restrictions.
Nice.
Of course, dude. Those 85
fucking Florida.
Yeah, there's like fucking Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville on the corner, and like it's hidden behind some like floral, like fake toucans.
Yeah, that's not surprising to me.
Associations are run like micro governments and have considerable amount of power.
Okay, so I have a musket. I've also got this bow.
For example, when members
I guess I want this. I want this musket instead. 1d4 versus 1d8.
I think everybody's kind of heard of this one, right? They're like, I'm trying to just eliminate, and the woman's like, phone shaking. Get out of here! Get out!
The worst part is, I think the police had to find him.
They did. They're like,
That's
I mean, I guess I'm sorry. What a pussy, dude. I'd be like, actually, man, can you come here? And I'm like, I'm gonna shoot you in the chest if you don't go home right now. And my body cam footage is off. This is not even me joking around. I have a freaking
chill out.
There's my car. I will ram you off the fucking road. You can't say that to me. I'm like, I'm gonna bust your teeth out with my fucking gun. So I'd say. And then I'd go over and be like, do you guys take American Express? They're like, no. And I pull the fucking table. They are so widely mocked and criticized that there's an entire genre on sites like TikTok that focus on creating fake rage bait HOA confrontations.
The classic camera, yeah.
Yeah, the classic camera thing. We can put up a little video of it, but you've seen it before too.
This key is not working, and this is the master key to all the houses. Did you change the locks?
No.
If you did, that's a violation of HOA policy.
With that said, let's talk about some of the most obnoxious HOA stories, starting with the HOA forcing people to leave their garage doors up. In Auburn, California, the local HOA had supposedly discovered that one of the homeowners had someone living in their garage since the end of days. In response, they decided that the best course of action was to enforce a rule that stated that every resident would be required to leave their garage doors open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Hey,
what?
Can we make it as easy as possible for burglars to come to my house while I'm at work? Monday through, like the one
Literally, I'm gone. I'm at work. Come on down, thieves. We're here for it.
Risk of bikes, wheelchairs, cars, and any other loose objects in their garage being stolen. Those who refused would have to pay a $200 fine, which is probably per day.
Yeah.
By the way, during the next HOA meeting, the neighborhood voiced their frustrations, causing them to back down from their new rule. I would
what?
You charge me? I'm going straight up. I'm
what? What are you gonna do?
No, I was gonna do more beating people in the mouth and but I'm too angry. Yeah. I'm heated. I'm heated because I will say, I don't know if this is a good spot to say it, but I had this one HOA one time.
Oh God!
I was mowing my yard, and the guy who was the director or whatever of
I knew
the
it.
HOA lived behind me.
Oh God!
And the guy came out, and he's like, you know, you're not supposed to use gas mowers in this neighborhood, right?
Oof.
And I did. What? He's like, we're basically all Ryobi over here. And I was like, well, I don't have it. And he's like, okay, well, you should go get one. Annoying altercation, albeit whatever. Later on in the day, I get a fucking at my door, and then I hear off my steps, and the guy knocked on my door, left an envelope, and like ran off. And it was I'm not even joking, it was a $550 fine.
What?
And I was like broke at the time. Broke.
Where was this?
This was in Kansas City.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
They wanted you gone, buddy. That dude wanted you gone.
I like walk around. I'm like, are you
That is
serious?
fucked
He's like,
up.
buddy, honestly, I hate to do it, but it's just if you let one person do it, everybody's gonna
No, that guy wanted you gone, buddy. It was not a. It was not a.
Get the fucking mower.
No, that dude understood exactly what was happening right there.
It's that kind of shit. It'd always be like weird petty stuff like that. Anyways, I hate HOAs so much.
They just wanted you gone. They didn't like you. They weren't friends with you. Maybe they had a friend that wanted in the neighborhood. They want you gone, dog.
Rachel.
You and your broke ass.
Mom talk.
Mom talk. Play a clip. Rachel, a mother on TikTok, voiced her frustrations about an absurd encounter with a HOA in her small community. After a grease fire got out of hand, their microwave exploded and burned down their entire home.
What?
Days later, after firefighters had to put out the fire, they moved the charred microwave onto the front lawn for the purpose of being collected at a later date by the city of Houston. Even with the home completely destroyed, they were sent a letter from the HOA to their non-existent home stating that they must pay $250 for leaving the microwave out on the yard.
In the time that that microwave was sitting there, we got a notarized letter to that address that was literally burned and a fine for $250 from our HOA.
Of course, she refused to pay and got them to retract the fine. But later on, as workers were coming in and out of the home to slowly rebuild it, someone had left an empty Gatorade bottle on top of their
There's no way.
Which is the most common thing at any job site. You're going to have like
There's
wrappers
no
and
way.
bottles. It is
Stop.
what it is. They're freaking flaws.
Stop.
Sorry. They're also there for 9 hours. They probably forget about it. It was left there for 1 day on the charred ruins of this rebuilding of a home. And the HOA decided to take a picture and include it in a certified letter given to Rachel. In it, she received a notice of another $250 fine just for single bottle. Nick, what world are we living in?
Just one.
Yeah, you're like, actually, I think it's kind of cool. Is it wrong to not like that?
Okay, first you have the microwave, they retracted it, but then I Gatorade.
Yeah, bro.
The audacity too. Well, you know what happened is that that somebody on that HOA board was like, it was her fault for burning it down anyways, and now she's got to dirty up the whole fucking neighborhood because of it.
Or they're saying,
Gosh.
eyesore, the charred. We can't find them.
You know, it's some fucking old dude like walking his dog, and he's just like, God damn it, I lived here too long to have to put up with this. Burnt down house, woman's crying in her front yard. Ah! And he's just like, she's an ugly crier too.
An ugly crier. Okay, so I gotta either go find the 7 day stilt, which I think is doable. Am I tired or anything? Like, am I like trying? I'm sated. I'm quenched.
That fire snowballed.
I think I'm good. I think I'm good to go on a journey.
$250 to get
so I guess what else? Oh, what are all my abilities?
Other HOA horror stories, like the woman who almost
Rifle through trash, Titan Carapace, is that on? There it is. Release sleep gas, there it is.
Here we go.
Yeah.
A family in Lee Summit was terrified after being hit with various threats from the homeowners association regarding
These
the playground in their
fucking.
backyard.
I gotta get up north.
Really see
Real.
behind their home.
All
Not
right,
even the front of the
we'll
home.
figure it
Her
out.
husband had built it for their kids from scratch, finishing it off with a purple tinted wood stain. The kids were overjoyed. However, the HOA did not approve of the color. They were given a notice and a fine. Family contested it and won, but the HOA would not let up. 1 year later, they were given a letter explaining that if they did not take down the playground within a couple weeks, they could expect to see.
Ah, I fucking made it. Holy
They
shit.
found that they were not breaking any rules.
I was
and even went to
not
door-to-door
expecting
at the
to
residence
have
that the swing set
made
was not
that,
instructed
like,
to do,
without
bothering them. The petition
getting
was signed, and the other residents began
stuff.
demanding the HOA to not pursue a lawsuit. But they did not
like lost or something. So I think I did something I was supposed to do.
Of the community.
All right, cool.
The family won the case, and the purple swing set stayed in their yard.
It's like not even that bad.
That wasn't like crazy purple. They're like, oh my.
Dude. And also, kids are playing on it.
They would hate our channel colors.
Yeah, they're just like, I do not approve. Ooh, almost threw up a little bit. If you thought threatening to send a woman to jail over the color of a playground was a bit excessive, just wait until you hear about the man who was fined for giving away free water during a heat wave. It's like that Curb Your Enthusiasm bit.
It is illegal for anyone in the state of Georgia to provide food or water to voters in line at the polls.
What? You can't do. Oh no, you're making a big mistake. I'm sorry, baby. I forgot.
In 2024, a heat wave hit Arizona
That's
residents.
what? I didn't know. I never saw that episode. God damn.
Helped out neighbors by leaving out a cooler filled with ice cold water for all the people enduring the heat. Hey, if you were passing by and walking down the street,
What a cool
grab yourself a
guy.
sink of water.
What?
On me. I'm the one who has the Costco membership. Kirkland Water for All. His local HOA were angered by this, saying that community rules are against advertising and giving out water bottles from a cooler that is visible to other residents in the driveway. Buddy, listen. You can't be promoting free water. That's against policy.
Essentially, the cooler and the sign cannot be visible when he distributes the water because they need the neighborhood to look visually consistent. I like how it's like, you can hand out the water, but we cannot see. I cannot take a look at that cooler. Get that cooler away from me! Because of the weird rule, he was fined $50 a month, and this ramped up to $100 a month after it seemed that David wasn't giving up. Soon enough, the fees reached $475 a month! Obviously, residents couldn't care less about visual clutter of a single cooler being put in someone's driveway. And in fact, many of them were vocally supporting his decision to do so because, you know, I don't know, it's hot and it's free water. Apparently, this was something that David had been doing for years. That is, until the HOA suddenly decided it had to be stopped. For some reason,
cool
this time,
guy.
it's just one guy. We don't know who it is. Some nosy neighbor, dude.
Oh, you know what? He probably, for years, he's been trying to get on the HOA board, and he finally got it.
Trying to get on the HOA board, but also it's one of those things where it's like, I bet you anything David had like a killer cookout, and that motherfucker never got invited. So as soon as he, exactly, you go to the fence. And stuff. Oh, it smells good. Like, yeah, yep. And then finally, when he gets a taste of power, he had to
God,
he had to enforce
so
those
true.
rules immediately on my boy David. But out of protest, David refused to back down and refused to pay any of the fines, despite neighbors offering money to cover it. In an interview with a local Arizona news station, yes, this made the news, he simply stated, quote, "Just come get a bottle of water. Chill." How sick is that?
And have a bratwurst.
Have a bratwurst. You know who you are. You know you're not invited. The guy's like has like a glass of scotch.
Wow. Oh, that's good shit.
Sometimes HOAs can greenlight fees that are incredibly cruel, despite insane financial toll it can take on residents. Like when an HOA surprised a homeowner with a $15,000 fee.
What do you think justifies that high of a fee before you...
The only thing I can think that justifies a $15,000 fee is one, you like destroy someone else's property, something like that. Like if you painted a giant swastika on your house or something weird where it's like painting your house polka dots is annoying, yes, but at the same time, do I think it really devalues your home? I don't know. I really don't think it does, but that kind of stuff, I think that legitimately, like, you're just hurting everyone.
Yeah.
Not only is it super offensive, but like you're actually fucking with our money now too.
Yeah.
You know, which I don't know which one's worse. A TikToker named Britton Brody posted a video where she detailed a horrific situation going on in her community in Orlando, Florida. My ass is never retiring down there, dude.
You don't want to go to...
No, I don't want to go to Florida. That shithole. Back in 2022, she had bought a condo at the age of 21, and part of her fees on top of her mortgage was a $315 HOA fee. That's what I'm saying. Is that fucking ridiculous? Oh, so you have to pay this, and don't forget that. It's like buying an apartment, unless you're in New York, makes no sense. Because then you have to pay building maintenance fees.
Yeah.
At one point, a company had approached the owners in that neighborhood about buying their homes from them to convert into apartment buildings. Soon after they reject this offer, a new board of directors came in and increased the HOA fees for every resident. I wonder if he's in on this business scheme as well. For Brittany, her fee jumped up to $414, and soon after, it raised to $651 a month. That should legitimately be illegal.
That's something them trying to kick them out, right?
Well, they're trying to strong arm them to be like, you're not being kicked out, we're buying your property. You know, it's that kind of Eventually, a letter came in that explained that there will be a vote on May 15th to decide on a life-changing new measure. Essentially, after the Surfside condo collapse of 2021, a new mandate was passed requiring condo boards to have fully funded reserve to cover any potential costs like maintenance, repairs, and more. To raise these funds, the HOA would ask for a special assessment fee, asking for a range of, $11,000 to $22,000 per owner, depending on the property. And for Brittany, this meant her 810 square foot home required $15,000 in fees.
What?
This is the kind of person where I'm like, if hell is real, you are going to hell. Like there's no, it's Owners were shocked, obviously, especially after finding out that half of the fee would have to be paid 2 months later.
I don't know where I personally would come up with the money. Like, I have a full-time job, I work 40 hours a week, but I do not make enough money to have that much money saved up.
With the other half being due 1 month after that. So basically you have 2 months to scrounge up $7,500, and then next month you gotta pay the other half. You're cool for that, right? You living in this 810 square foot duplex, you're good for that? Okay, cool, just making sure. At this point, the community came together and created a ballot with the goal of voting to recall the current current board of directors to replace them with actual residents. Why that wasn't done in the first place, I will never know. They also hired an attorney to help look into the situation. The word had gotten out, with her TikTok going viral and local news stations picking up her story, and in the end, the board was fully replaced with people who had an actual interest in looking out for the residents and raising money in a way that wouldn't financially cripple everyone in the community.
Happy ending.
You know what's, and I'm saying this too, I have no idea. You know for a fact too that those old board of directors, a bunch of old people.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what the fuck it is with old people wanting to hoard gold before they, what are you gonna do with it?
Sleep on it.
You might make a little bet out of it. Might be nice. My bed's made of cash. Smother with her $100 bill pillow. I don't understand when people are like, some 76-year-old guy, I have 148 properties. Sell them. You're gonna die. You're gonna die soon. It's real soon.
Generational wealth.
It's probably because somebody looks at them and they're like, you're old. You're a fucking parasite. You're a leech on our family. You're a leech in our family. You're a waste of space. You smell bad. You should just die. Lay down and die. If you're old, just lay down and die.
Jeez.
That's me talking to those board of directors. You know what? Fuck it, all old people. Lay down and die. If we want to take a look at another woman who was hit with an exorbitant fee from an HOA, we could talk about the old woman who was forced to pay $17,000 in fines. Sorry, we just stepped it up $2,000. In 2020, an elderly woman from Georgia named Pat Kramer was in a panic after receiving absurd letters from the HOA. Just a guy down the street sending her dick pics.
Oh, send more. Yeah, please send more. I horny.
Goddamn, Pat. Look at you. Your lips are sitting there slobbering all over the driveway, Pat. Look at you.
Sorry.
That's what we call a super soaker, Pat. Send her a Polaroid of her cock. She'll be happy for hours.
Ooh.
There's no way.
Jesus.
After living in her neighborhood for 13 years with no issues, a new management company took over and started endlessly targeting her with huge violations and fees. It was me. I was like, how old is she? All right, stack it up and get her out. It started with her trash cans being visible. That irks me the most, dude. Which is hard for her to move frequently because of her age, because she's older than Father Time itself. Next, it was the way her hose looked in her yard, as well as the lawn art. She probably had little gnomes. Like, right up a ticket. They started asking her to deep clean the outside of her property. She obliged each time to keep things civil, but the late fees started to pile up when she was not able to get jobs done fast enough because she's so old.
I can't scrub faster.
Here's your Polaroid picture of my cock.
Ooh.
God damn it. Well, no wonder you're getting distracted. Your lips keep drooling all over the yard there.
Sorry, I just am easily distracted.
Logan from behind.
Be gentle.
You have to put the gnomes up.
Not the gnomes.
The daily $25 infraction fee began to pile up, and Pat Kramer was panicking as she tried to make calls to her HOA to slow down the fees as she completed the request.
I can only clean and mow so fast. You gotta stop.
They're like, never. Hang up. They wouldn't return her calls after an entire year.
Please call me back.
Who is it, Pat Kramer? No, I'm good. Which, here's the thing, guys. The fees racked up to a staggering $17,000. How many years went by when they were just put it under tab? We're gonna get Pat out of here. We're gonna cripple Pat before she dies. We're gonna cripple this pup before she goes down. Which, a price that Kramer could not financially afford. She hired a lawyer who soon gave her the bad news that the HOA is completely within her right to treat her this way. So she had, did she pay it?
That sounds like
I was like, she's like, I don't have enough money. I'll pay you a lawyer. It's all I have. He's just like, you're
and here's my lawyer fees.
And then also I did work for 28 hours on this at $300 an hour. You do that math as well.
Oh, no.
He's like, don't worry though. I did include a Polaroid of my cock.
Oh.
Everyone's like, I wish Pat would get the hell out of here, actually. The whole community started a Pat. Sometimes even the most minor infractions can lead homeowners down a road of crippling debt. Like with the $40,000 fence violation. Goddamn, we really are just raising these, aren't we, huh?
Yeah.
15 to 17, now 40? Betty Hooker.
Ooh.
That's not her name. My name's Betty Hooker. What do you think my job is? That's right, I teach social studies. Betty Hooker wanted to construct a fence in the backyard in her Maryland home.
I wonder if you guys heard all that. I would have just,
from her HOA before building.
what do you call it? Doxed myself. Because I just had to pre-register for my MRI. Just in case anybody's curious, $700. Even when for the MRI that I'm having, even when insurance pays 90%, I am. That's crazy. That means my MRI is going to cost $7,000. That's crazy. I got to go look at this because that's crazy.
Done about the fence. Betty wanted them to pay for it, and the lengthy dispute resulted in an official complaint to the county court.
I'm gonna try to pay. I mean, it's not out of. It's not like crazy. Like it's not like a crazy amount to pay for an MRI, but it is a lot, and I'm gonna have to just go on the payment plan. Their billing office is pretty good, but
guilty. She finally moved the fence
I'll just be like, oh yeah, pay $20 a month for the next 5 years. They did that for a CPAP machine that worked out alright.
On top of her attorney fees, totaling $40,000, I would kill myself in the cul-de-sac of my neighborhood if this happened to me. I would take a fucking gun and blow my brains out and make everybody watch. Especially if people are like, I don't care. But
what?
To the community, I'm like, who cares? Who is it on her property? Yeah, who cares, dude? If it was going into other people's yards, I'd be like, well, that's fucked up. That's not your property. 8 inches to the. I can't. Sorry.
8 inches is huge.
Oh, trust me, 8 inches is huge. Like sizes that probably people don't really ever see. Maybe in videos, but not in real life. Betty told reporters about her feelings at the moment. God, who cares, dude? She's like, I feel bad. Yeah, everyone does, dude. Have you heard of Pat Kramer, the Polaroid hound of Florida? And Betty was claiming it was, quote, devastating, mentally, emotionally, and financially. But it didn't stop there, because the HOA wanted to seize her home to pay for the debts. The issue with the fence was becoming more and more trivial. The fence itself only had less than an inch encroaching into the community's common area. Less than an inch. See, that's more normal, though. Yeah, that's normal size.
Not small, normal.
Not small, I'm just saying normal size, normal. Fortunately, the HOA had broken rules as well. The rule in their governing document claims that the fines were improperly assessed in an abusive way and that the homeowners were not given proper due process. Because of this, the fees were all dropped. Thank God.
Yep.
Yes! Betty Hooker had quite the ending, unlike our girl Pat Kramer.
No,
Pat had to pay that. You think you can drop mine? Go off, Pat, and pay it. Okay. In one of the more cruel examples of the HOA's disregard for homeowners, a soldier in Iraq had his home taken away from him. Probably why he was in Iraq.
And his wife, too.
They took away the wife, too?
Oh, God.
He probably lost his house and wife.
Michael Clower.
Shut up.
Was a captain in the Army Reserve in Iraq.
Shut up.
Returned home in Frisco, Texas, to find that his $300,000 home had gone into foreclosure. His wife, May, took care of the 2 kids while her husband was shipped out to Iraq and soon slipped into a deep depression. She was terrified of losing her husband, to the point where she avoided checking the mail in fear of getting news of his death.
Oh God, shut up. Shut up. That's not real. I'm not buying it, lady. At all.
Yes, actually owe us that. So if you don't, we're going to kill you and your family. We're Al-Qaeda. The HOA, we're terrorists. When this was ignored, the HOA started sending letters informing that they were getting ready to foreclose on the debt by seizing and selling their home. The worst part was the home was only sold for a measly $3,500.
No way.
For them to get back the small debt that they were owed. May was shocked that the HOA never once visited the home in person to get a response from her, and that her home could just be sold without her getting not a penny from it. They worked with the lawyer to try and reverse this foreclosure based on the fact that the affidavit from the HOA's lawyer did not account for Michael's deployment. They had also set up a legal defense fund and eventually sued the association in federal court. They were awarded a generous settlement and were able to finally reclaim their home. You know what? Americans truly won that day, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
Our man went over, paid his dues, and he paid his dues back in the States as well. God bless you, sir. Also, we should do Stolen Valor sometime, just for fun.
We're working on that.
Yeah, just for fun. I just want to do it for fun.
Oh, you mean? Oh,
yeah. I just want to. We should just go out into the library and
do I do that every weekend.
I'm gonna join you. And lastly, I want to talk
No,
about
god damn it. Now I remember what I was looking for.
HOA president. And his wife. He's not a hero. I take that back. Hugh Hootman is a 75-year-old man that was infuriated due to a simple dispute between him and his neighbors. Apparently, the community laundry room door was left open. Oh,
there we go.
81-year-old Henry Wallace, another resident, confronted Hootman about
That's a
it and began
stock.
screaming at him and his
He keeps using all these stock images. It's crazy.
Grabbing his mail from the community mailbox. There, he approached Wallace and told him that he needed to apologize the way he treated the two of them. Wallace brushed it off without responding, and that caused Hootman to lose his cool. He pulled out his 9mm pistol and shot him 2 times in the chest. Okay. I'm just gonna laugh at this. It's just so stupid. You apologize to me right now. No. Right, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to justify why I left. His wife, Ginger Wallace, was also the HOA president. Rushed out of the apartment screaming for help. Ah! Hootman fired 2 more shots at Ginger, killing her as well. And afterwards, he simply took a seat on the couch of his apartment and told his wife, quote, "Call the police. I just shot Henry and Ginger."
Oh yeah.
The sheriff believed that Ginger being the HOA president.
Bro, I don't know. I feel God.
To do what he did.
Just imagine.
What he had done. But it was too late. He was given 2 consecutive life sentences. Listen,
whatever.
HOAs.
He was already an old man.
Neighborhood. That's something I can get behind. A neighborhood.
All he wanted to do was just sit in a small area and just watch the television.
I didn't live out. I live out in the country.
Yo, what? Oh shit! What up? Hell yeah! Let's go, fucking bro. Alpha 9 is here. Let's fucking get it.
I'm not saying that I have the answers, but all I know is that this is fucked. This is absolutely
Best,
fucked.
most productive beat maker in 2025 right now, in my opinion. Right? Like, if you're not checking out the 8th Apostle, like if you're not subscribed, you should subscribe, right? Because he's always dropping new shit and doing different shit on his channel, like the Beef Fighting League. So just check it out.
You came back! Thank goodness! Here, come quick. I have something to tell you. Hunter doesn't want you to know who did 9/11. Hey, wait! But I know who it is. Wait! No!
Shut up. Chill out. Let's watch. You know what, guys? I'm just gonna expose you. Where's the what's his name? Flesh Simulator. Yeah, you guys are gonna just get exposed. We're gonna watch the World Trade Center 7 video from Flesh Simulator. I'm gonna have it up so he can talk over me.
Leroy Hulsey, PhD, PESE. The best explanation is the NIST report. So, we're gonna move on.
What's happening? What just happened? Yeah, there we go.
And there had been no bodies to recover.
Back from that building before what you're about to see again here on videotape, knowing
There's a handful of things that you really can't make YouTube videos on. This is one of them.
since shortly after 9
For some reason, some people consider the September 11th terrorist attacks to be a sensitive subject. They generally find it to be in poor taste to make bizarre claims and speculation. Yeah, the towers were actually holograms. The real buildings were in an airfield somewhere in Ohio. About an event that led to the deaths of nearly 3,000 people, and like 1 million Iraqis. So I'm not going to be doing that.
1 million Iraqis, yeah, don't forget.
Anything directly involving the deaths of real-life people with real loved ones. In fact, I'm not going to be presenting or putting forth any theories at all. We're not going to be diving into the what or how, A, because I'm absolutely not allowed to, and B, because that has all been explained to death thousands of times over the past quarter century, so we're going to be sticking to the party line regarding what happened that day. My goal is merely to give some context towards the financial and historical side of things in the hopes that you might notice a pretty compelling why. This is the story you may not know about how a couple hours after the 9/11 attacks, a third completely evacuated building suddenly collapsed, destroying the evidence for basically every single financial crime of the 1990s. if you can't tell, this is a video about the unbelievably incriminating financial ties of Building 7, the other building that collapsed that day. Now, let's begin with the government's explanation of what happened, courtesy of the National Institute of Standards Technology, or NIST for those who hate acronyms. On September 11, 2001, WTC-7, a 47-story steel-framed building, collapsed at 5:20 p.m. due to fires ignited by debris from the Twin Towers collapse. These fires, fueled by office furnishings, staplers and post-it notes, caused thermal expansion in floor beams, dislodging a girder from column 79, leading to a progressive collapse. Man, demolitions engineers are like scamming the hell out of us if that's all it takes to make a building do that. For the sake of this video, that is what happened. There are no alternate explanations or theories. For example, the kind of thing that, were it to exist, might have been done by the Structural Engineering Department at the University of Alaska, Fairbanks. University of Alaska, what would they know about secret government crap? This is a good thing, because in this hypothetical scenario, websites
I
like
love
YouTube
this guy.
or Wikipedia would
He's
probably not allow people to
perfect
talk
for
about this
this
purely fictional,
whole
hypothetical 125-page
genre of
paper called
video.
A Structural Reevaluation of the Collapse of World Trade Center 7, and that would make this very frustrating to talk about. But because there's no $314,000 4-year investigative study and associated 125-page paper called A Structural Reevaluation of the Collapse of World Trade Center 7 by Professor J. Leroy Hulsey, PhD, PESE, the best explanation is the NIST report. So, we're gonna move on. Enter Larry Silverstein, aka Lucky Larry, a New York real estate mogul with a rabbit's foot surgically attached to his soul. In July 2001, 6 weeks before 9/11, he leased the entire World Trade Center complex for a $13 million down payment. $13 million for a 10 million square foot property in Lower Manhattan? It's kind of like buying a Ferrari for the price of a Happy Meal. But here's the catch. The WTC was a financial black hole. Why? Well, remember, it was built in the 70s. It had a lot of asbestos in it. Like, a lot. Yeah, as in, the estimated cost of removing said asbestos was projected to be a minimum of $1 billion.
What?
This asbestos had to be removed by the end of the year, which sort of made the property a bit of a money pit, to put it lightly, until, that wasn't really a concern anymore. Furthermore, right before 9/11, Larry took out insurance policies on the WTC worth $3.55 billion, specifically covering terrorist attacks. When the towers and WTC-7 go down, Larry's lawyers pull a galaxy brain move and argue that each plane was a separate event. The insurers cried foul, but after a legal battle, Larry walked away with $4.55 billion. That is a 34,000% return on his $13 million in under 2 years. Fun fact, Larry's payout included $861 million just for WTC-7 alone, despite it being just a fraction of the complex's size. Someone hit the jackpot at the Tragedy Casino. Oh, but wait, there's more. Silverstein had extensive ties to the Carlyle Group, a private equity firm that's, really evil. We'll get to them shortly. So, WTC-7 had what could be conservatively described as an interesting tenant list, which we will now go through. First off, the Secret Service, okay. Next, the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, i.e. the people who investigate stock market shenanigans. They're going to be important as this goes on, which you may have guessed by the number of strings. La CIA, the company, the United States Central Intelligence Agency. Presumably, you are familiar. This was their New York field office. The New York City Office of Emergency Management. Well, at least they were close by. Everyone's favorite place to get a letter from, the IRS. The Department of Defense, from war. The NAIC, the National Association of Insurance Commissioners. Federal Home Loan Bank. The Standard Chartered Bank. American Express. Provident Bank, now known as PNC. Sorry, there's a bit of a lull in the middle, but back to the good stuff. ITT Hartford, also known as Hartford Insurance. This is one of the companies with whom Larry Silverstein took out a multi-billion-dollar terrorism insurance policy on the WTC complex. Finally, the anchor tenant, occupying more than half the building, Evil Investment Bank Hall of Famer, basis for Michael Lewis's excellent book Liar's Poker, Salomon Brothers. To rewind briefly back to the SEC, at the time of the collapse, they had a whole lot of spicy stuff in the office. investigation files into Citigroup's cooked books, Enron's Ponzi scheme, as well as the big one, all the records of the massive short selling of airline stocks right before 9/11. Oh, did you not know about that? Yeah, in the 3 days leading up to 9/11, a statistically extremely anomalous number of airline industry shorts were placed. Like hundreds of millions of dollars of shorts. On American and United Airlines, the exact ones hit. Those shorts netted billions, but after WTC7's collapse, 90% of the SEC's files exploded, so we'll never know who cashed out. Convenient. Back to Salomon Brothers. They merged with Travelers, one of the other companies with whom the WTC complex was insured in July, to form Citigroup in '98. Speaking of Citigroup, let's take a look at a different group to whom they were closely tied. Let's talk Carlyle Group. Carlyle is a private equity titan with investments in defense, aerospace, and oil. You know, the stuff that booms after a forever war kicks off. One of their top dogs, David Rubenstein, was good friends with Larry Silverstein. Like, let's split a bottle of 82 Chateau Lafite and swap secrets. Good friends. But that's burying the lead on the real story, which is that Carlyle had extensive business ties to the Bin Laden family. Of the Bin Ladens? Yes. He was a Nepo baby? Carlyle's roster reads like a deep state yearbook. Former President George H.W. Bush was a senior advisor. Former CIA Director Frank Carlucci was a board member. When 9/11 triggered a global war and defense stocks skyrocketed, Carlyle's portfolio got fat. Now, their ties to Silverstein and the Bin Ladens don't really necessarily prove anything on their own yet, but this web is stickier than a casting couch, and I have a feeling that we'll be seeing these guys again. As Carlyle's investments thrived post 9/11, while Larry rebuilt the World Trade Center complex with his billions, the Carlyle Group was playing 6 Degrees of Bin Laden while cashing war profiteering checks. So there's plenty of shady connections throughout this. Carlyle Group is connected to the Department of Defense, World Trade Center 7 tenant, via, amongst other things, the Bradley contract of their subsidiary, United Defense LP. The Carlyle Group is connected to Saudi Arabia via managing the money of the Bin Laden family. Carlyle Group is connected to Larry Silverstein via his close and long-standing relationship with David Rubenstein. Travelers Group was one of the 22 companies that insured the WTC complex. In the late 90s, they acquired Salomon Brothers, the anchor tenant of WTC7. Speaking of those 22 companies, it's hard to find a list of what these are, so here you go. This is pulled from, financial records. Salomon Brothers wound up having their files relating to the WorldCom scandal destroyed, and the successor, Travelers Group, got away scot-free because they weren't destroyed on purpose. Travelers Group also merged with Citibank to form Citigroup, a company whose name recurs throughout this, and who were believed to be one of the most culpable parties for the dot-com bubble. Enron. It's Enron. So let's say hypothetically you had a property owner who, okay, I'm gonna choose my words carefully here. Let's say you had a property owner who was able to find a silver lining, say a $4.55 billion insurance payout. Then let's say you had a financial sector who was also able to find a silver lining, a chance to dispose of a whole lot of extremely incriminating records relating to looming prosecution following the dot-com bubble. Okay. Now, let's combine those two things with the explicit, factual, and officially acknowledged statement that we had extensive advanced knowledge that an attack was going to occur. We'll get to how all this connects in a minute. Bear with me. But first, I need to explain something that gets kind of complicated. So, by this point, basically everyone is aware that we had foreknowledge of the attacks. There's the famous quote about the alarms flashing red since 1999. In fact, the failure of the FBI and CIA to play nice with each other and cooperate regarding sharing intelligence is actually kinda indirectly how we got Palantir. But something else that is officially acknowledged, albeit quietly, public information is that 2 of the hijackers were, during the 90s, perhaps slightly, a little bit, definitely CIA recruits. So I'm gonna break this down as simply as I can. In 2021, a court document was declassified about concerns relating to a suppressed and ignored investigation following 9/11 into 2 of the hijackers potentially having been on CIA payroll via Saudi Arabia as an intermediary. It would work like this. Basically, money went from DC to the Saudi embassy. It's then wired out of the country from the Saudi embassy to mainland Saudi Arabia, where it is then dispersed to a man named Omar al-Bayoumi via a no-show, no-work job he held at a Saudi government contracting company called Urcan. He then brings the money back into the US to give to al-Hazmi and al-Midhar, the hijackers, to cover their rent and lifestyle. In exchange, they were attempted to be recruited as CIA assets embedded in al-Qaeda. Now, this raises the question, how did 2 known al-Qaeda members get into the US? Well, we let them in. Yo, these guys are in al-Qaeda. Shut up, baby, don't worry about it. Do you know these guys?
Shut up, baby, don't worry about it.
No. So why were the Saudis involved? Well, this was a joint U.S.-Saudi intelligence operation involving Alex Station, a CIA station within Saudi Arabia. Beyond that, though, the Central Intelligence Agency is officially forbidden from conducting any operations domestically, which required them to use Saudi intelligence agents as proxies within the U.S. This arrangement dated back to the 1970s with the creation of the so-called Safari Club, which is a whole other can of worms that is far too deep to cover here and would definitely get this video taken down if covered, because of the fact that one of the countries who was a member of the Safari Club was, you know, the one you're thinking about.
Yeah.
Now, I'd like to make a note here. Sometimes with this channel, I am forced to make tough decisions about whether to include everything and instantly have the video taken down, or to truthfully mention as much stuff as I am capable of mentioning without getting completely deplatformed. Anyone who feels that I'm leaving some stuff out is more than welcome to make their own video covering what they feel I missed. So, what do we have here so far? We have a property owner who stands to make a pretty penny, or more specifically 455 billion pretty pennies, who is directly connected to an evacuated building holding a whole lot of remarkably flammable and remarkably incriminating documents. We also have a US-Saudi intelligence operation deeply embedded into al-Qaeda with advanced knowledge of an attack. But what bridges the gap between these? Well, remember our friend and Larry Silverstein's very close friend, Presidential Medal of Freedom recipient David Rubenstein. When did he get that? Under the Reagan administration? This year. If you recall, he was a bigwig at the Carlyle Group. You know, the incredibly shady private equity firm with as many intelligence community ties as they had oil and defense investments. Recall, if you will, one of their major asset management clients was the ultra-wealthy Bin Laden family. Ironically, the same Bin Laden family with whom David Rubenstein was meeting the morning of 9/11. Hopefully, this has been a helpful primer under the sort of state of the world and historical backdrop and context of 9/11. Now, one thing I would like to emphasize here. It's important to not let things like this lead you to get lost in the sauce of conspiracy theories. As we all know, it is ludicrous to imply that every floor of this building collapsed simultaneously due to anything other than the obvious blazing inferno.
I remember getting a call from the fire department commander telling me that they were not sure they were going to be able to contain the fire. And I said, you know, we've had such terrible loss of life. Maybe the smartest thing to do is pull it. And they made that decision to pull, and then we watched the building collapse.
See here. I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is, y'all. No, you know what's cool about Eighth Apostle? He's right up top of my subscriptions with that name. Starts with a number, and shit gets up on top, y'all. Don't sleep on that technique. Bro, it's just like when people would put in like 111 AAA towing services, like, bro. So they get in the front at the fucking yellow pages. Shit is still arranged like that. That's an old tool that can be a new tool for any of you budding entrepreneurs out there. Let's see, what do we got here? So we got videos. He's got a TikTok. I don't got TikTok. I don't know. I don't think it let me watch that shit. Playlist. So we're just gonna play one of this. Here we go. The B-tape edition of Ghost Conductor. There you go. Don't give me a copyright strike, Alpha 9.
They tell you not to believe in ghosts. Let me introduce myself.
Damn. That baboon talks. Let's see, an apothecary. What do you do? What can you help me with? Damn, those salve injectors are really expensive. I'm gonna need something other than money at some point. Unless I've already got it. Do I already have like fucking copper nuggets? Okay, that's good. So I have 140 grams of water in copper nuggets. That's pretty decent. Tonics. I wish I was better at things. Because this is like you recover 0.6 hit points per level each round. Right? Okay, 0.6 hit points. So then it's 5 rounds. So a minimum of 3 hit points. So, okay, so at least, so 3 to whatever hit points. 0.6 hit points. So that's a little over half of your hit points. Wait. Oh. Okay. This is very vague. Because I'm pretty sure they're talking about you get 0.6. Oh no, per level. Oh, so if I'm only like level 3, then I'm only gonna get fucking 1.8 hit points. But it's a minimum of 3 hit points. So what is that? I gotta do algebra? Really? I gotta do algebra? Alright, so... yeah, I don't know. I gotta do algebra. I don't know. I gotta get out a pen and a paper for that. I can't do all that shit in my head right now. Guts monger. This guy sells guts. Is that this guy really? Okay. I don't know what that... It's so expensive. I wonder what it could possibly be. Ichor. This person sells... ink. Yeah. Alright. Ink and dye. Got it. And the kipper. Food, right? It's gotta be some sort of food. Yeah, okay. Oh, you got copper nuggets. How do I wait? Is it this key? No. No.
Who are you? Your executioner.
No. So what's the difference between a haberdasher and a hat merchant? Okay, this guy's got cloaks and shawls. Oh, wire strands. I need those. Saw-hander. Yikes. Honey. Oh, that's interesting. What would I need these for? Like, what do I need honey for? What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Okay, so that's it. That's for all for this section.
You know, like the real, like, fake shit. Like the real, like, the mega trails and just like, you know, like looking at flowers and get all that crazy kaleidoscope shit. Mescaline is the illest hallucinogenic, man.
Oh, can I buy a goat? Does it carry stuff for me? Oh no, goat jerky. And I already have horns. Damn. Crazy. Grenadier, another hat guy. No, this guy gives cloaks, right? A haberdasher is what I'm learning in this game. Is a guy who sells cloaks. wine. What do I want wine for? Do I want to get drunk in this game? Or do I just want to get drunk in real life? You know, that's the real question. Let's trade wine. But it won't tell me what wine does, or like how do I get into the wine, like the water skin to examine the wine, right? Like, that's really expensive. Maybe it's just a trade good, right? We're gonna just get wine and just trade it. Bookbinder. Well, I don't have any books for you, buddy. Sorry.
Apostle.
Hired
Your
guards.
film is now ready to be shown.
Gloves. A Glover. Danny Glover. Worn on hands. Nothing. Let's get some fucking gloves. I want some boar skin gloves. No, not 5 of them. Oh yeah. From a turtle that wears boar skin gloves. Can't wear anything on my back. I don't have any floating light sources. God, that would be so convenient. What can the snail farmer give me? Snails? An electric snail shell. What? Oh. That's funny. Why do you get +1 with mollusks when they're like, you're wearing the House of Our Brethren? Okay, whatever. Homo electric wrist warmer. A knitted sleeve warms itself through contact static. Oh, okay. Cool. Why did I not wait until morning when I did that before? There we go. Ooh, yikes. Bookbinder, Clover, Haberdasher, Snail Farmer. No, I'm good.
You can't convert me.
Oh, I gotta eat? Damn, crazy. Alright, what can I get at the apothecary? A tonic. What does this do? 180 to 220 rounds. That's not very long. Nah, there's nothing here for me. I need fucking bullets. Please have bullets. Thank God. Basically trade all my copper nuggets for this Issachar rifle that has one farther range than my than my musket, right? Because I got this musket. And that's range 8. Alright, I guess we're just gonna keep moving forward.
Be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth.
Ooh, more lead slugs. I don't think they weigh anything. Yeah, that's awesome. Alright. No, I won't.
picture. I wasn't taking a picture of him.
Talking to, bitch.
Alright, so I'm playing on classic mode, which means when you die in real life. So we'll try to avoid doing anything too risky, things I'm not sure about. That means I'm probably gonna look at the wiki, right? Because it's just like, what's happening?
Sticks.
Gerber's turkey sticks.
Yeah, look.
This is live. This is live, guys.
Turkey sticks.
Yeah.
You're giving this to a baby.
That's not real. That's not
Okay,
real.
hold on a second. This thumbnail. Okay, hold on a second.
The guy.
That's not real.
Hold on. Who is this? Hold on. Oops. I gotta check out this video. That thumbnail was too good.
I got this comment from Andrew Jones saying I need to try
taste test
Gerber's chicken sticks. And I know he meant it as a joke, but it really got me thinking. So, if you like the
what?
kind of things I do on this channel, please subscribe and smash that like button. That's
Smash
what
it.
kids call it. And I sure would appreciate it. I couldn't.
He's got a little. He's a little silver tongued devil. Huh?
Stop. This is fake.
I appreciate it.
This is fake.
Look at that.
I couldn't find the chicken sticks, but I started.
Kind of reminds me. That looks fucking disgusting.
Started eating potentially.
Oh God!
Look at the fucking bottom of that.
Is it like is that gelatin?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know
just
what
the fats
maybe?
and stuff.
I don't know what
yeah,
that
it's just
is,
the
Nick.
fats and
This
stuff.
is fucked.
Kids started eating potentially unhealthy food to begin with, and there it is. And also, I thought it would be interesting because a lot of times baby food is held to different standards.
Liquid,
Not a lot. Weenies.
It's in a fucking vat of oil.
Vaina.
Look at that.
Oh.
It's in a fucking vat of oil. Oh.
Weenies. A little meatier. There's a meat.
Yeah, it's a meat.
Not a little
It's meat.
Mukbanger.
Separate. That can happen sometimes.
It's off camera too long. What are you doing down there with that, buddy?
With any.
Come on now. Come on now.
Yeah, zoom out, dude.
A lot softer.
What are you? What?
It is a lot mushier.
Ew. Ew.
A lot softer than a normal Vaina. Let's do it.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, he didn't like it.
He didn't like it.
Oh my god. There's no comparison. This doesn't taste anything.
He keeps going in for seconds though. He's like, I hate it. He keeps
know.
dipping in there.
There's just something weird going on. I'm gonna do it with a little vinegar and pepper. Like
What?
I usually would.
Stop. You're not going to give that to a baby.
Ew, it's gray.
It's terrible. It's like
What is even happening?
I love the yep. Even with the pepper and vinegar, it's absolutely abhorrent. Why? I thought first off, so it probably has to be soft because they have no teeth. Whatever. Is that still not the fucking craziest thing? Vienna sausages for babies? Who was the psychopath that figured that out? And then Nick, how did you know about this?
Maybe this fantasy is not really a fantasy.
I mean, look at the top. Oh, dude, there's some good thumbnails out there. First off, look at the top of these sausages. Here you go, baby. These are Grandpa's thumbs. It's a collection of old man thumbs cut up and put in there. Good fucking God. I really like this though. Look at that. What do you think of that one?
That's not shown yet. Oh, that one. The baby.
How nice. How lovely. We need to. That could be a fun video potentially. Weird baby foods.
No, you want to do that, Hunter? Good
Strange
job.
little baby foods for my cute little soldier. You want little Gerber turkey sticks? You want Grandpa's thumbs in a jar? You want that?
This is making me hungry. And I'm like basically immobile. Both of my feet are fucked up. The right one is worse than the left one. But I am basically immobile. Like the only reason that I would leave this seat is to take a shit or to get into the bed that's right behind me.
Okay.
At least
a year old.
It's crazy.
I was gonna say. I've never thought about that.
I'm on the Colchicine, but damn, this is really bad.
They know how to gum things. I guess that's true.
Yeah, but still, are you gonna feed your kid a sausage that they could choke on?
Survive. Yeah, it's survival of the fittest. I'm gonna have 3 boys. But I'm gonna give you all each a Gerber's turkey stick, and whoever stays, if you all live, you can be my boys. If not,
I have some crutches,
and that's how you decide.
But both of my feet are fucked up. But if I just go on my left foot, I think that would be better than being on my right foot. So I think these crutches might actually be helpful today.
I was
kind of wish I had one of those little scooters. Like if you've ever seen those little knee scooters, just like
for the cartoons.
One,
they had a
but it's like
so order a hot dog.
Here on the knee.
I'm eating it. I'm at the very end. I have about 3 inches of a hot dog left.
What's happening?
And for some reason, I got embarrassed.
What's happening?
While putting it in my mouth.
What's happening?
It was just like it was just big enough where I was like, well, I could fit the whole thing in.
Oh God!
So I decided to just chew it all up. Anyways, I didn't.
Yeah, what is happening?
All the way when I swallowed, so.
Buddy.
Anyway, I swallowed it. Kind of got stuck in my throat, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just swallow again. Uh-oh. It's not moving.
Uh-oh.
So then for about a minute, I was just sitting there trying to swallow, thinking, oh, fuck, I'm going to die. And it wasn't until I started, like, you know, blacking out a bit until I turned to Justin and asked him to give me the Heimlich maneuver because I was too embarrassed. My thought process was like, well, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
You were ready to die right there.
I
you
think
were on
about
the verge of blacking out, and you were still just like, I don't want to embarrass myself. Which probably you're sitting there and you're like,
no, I was silent. I was just like this, like
what?
You were choking in silence?
Yeah, I was just like sitting there going. I was like gulping, like I was just sitting there, like really trying to get it down.
Yeah.
And then I realized, oh shit, this thing's
think you
stuck
should
in
leave.
my fucking throat. And I was like, then I tried breathing. No.
That's that bit, and I think you should leave. What is
And, like,
happening? That's
It was
that's
like
not real life.
I was so
buddy.
nonchalant
We've
about
all
it. I
seen
turned to
that.
Justin. I tapped his shoulder, and he looked at me. He's like, "What's up, dude?" And I was like pointing at my throat. He's like, "What's going on?"
Black and blue in the face.
He's like, "What's going on?" He's like, "I don't know what you're saying." And then I was like, did like the motion, like, and he's like, "Oh God, you're choking."
A lot of people are complaining that you can't take a 3-inch wiener. And I just got to say that.
I swallowed it.
And I got to say that that's, listen, all the guys will agree in chat. That's a lot. It's huge.
3 inches is huge.
Huge. Which is like totally above average of a lot of things. So I will say that well, I just don't understand why you didn't chew it.
Well, no, so here's the thing. Now I'm remembering more. So many missteps in this. Because it was like a thing where like I bit into it, right? And then there was like maybe like, you know, like a half an inch left.
Yeah.
Like on my fingertips. And I was like, oh, I should just eat the whole thing. So then I stuffed it in. And then there was so much food in my mouth that I couldn't really chew properly. So I was just sitting there like a squirrel, like chewing.
Yeah.
And then I think I was trying just to swallow some of it. And then I ended up swallowing the whole thing. And then I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah, yoinks. Yeah, that's Scoob. I legitimately thought there for a bit that you were like, oh yeah, well I saw Scooby do it. I saw Scooby and Shaggy eat those big sandwiches. So I thought to myself, well, what is a 3-inch little wiener gonna do, right? Which is actually huge. It's ginormous, but still. Yeah, wow. I don't know if anyone else. I've had a choking sensation like twice in my life, and it's like, it's fucked me up. One of them was so bad that like I feel like I excessively chew now. I do it way too long.
I feel like I don't. Like, I didn't learn my lesson. Like,
I know. Well, you inhale food. You're the fastest eater I've ever met in my life. But, you know, I get all fucked up about it. I choked. Like, the sensation of choking it's pretty crazy, which I don't know how you sat there and you just choked silently and calmly. Because as soon as it's like a like it gets stuck, like as soon as you like kind of realize like, oh shit, I immediately start like, I like move around and stuff like whatever. But luckily I've never had to have the Heimlich maneuver. I've always just kind of, I can either spit it out or I'm like, and I can get it down.
I just, I was just embarrassed, man. I was trying to.
I don't care how embarrassed I would feel. I'm not going to die. You know what's more embarrassing, Nick? Being in the ground with a fucking hot dog lodged into your throat. Being buried, and then your tombstone says, the guy who choked on a fucking hot dog.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of scenarios were running through my mind. I was like, do I just like pass out and let people figure out what happened to me, or Or do I?
Just like if I black out, they'll have to deal with it, and I won't be humiliated. I'll be unconscious for all the humiliating stuff. Yeah, I mean, in a weird, sadistic way, I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, I sincerely feel like the angel of death is floating around you at all times. I feel like this is the part in Final Destination where it's like that was meant to be your time.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Someone said, I choked silently and everyone thought I was trying to throw up. I didn't want to worry anyone or embarrass myself. People were looking and I couldn't die at the Toad Cafe in front of all the kids. So I'm at this place where I feel like if nobody was doing anything, I would start like jamming myself into a counter or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would do anything. I'd start punching my fucking stomach. I would do whatever I could.
That's actually the self Heimlich.
Yeah, you're supposed to like slam into a thing. I would fucking dead sprint and I would dead sprint and fuck my stuff up. I would fuck up my gutty works to make sure. I don't give a fuck if I'm sitting there and I have a giant black and blue bruise on my stomach for 6 weeks. I am not dying there.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
The most non-suicidal YouTuber.
Well, some people, I don't know.
Some people, I don't know.
I just don't want to be embarrassed.
Just don't want to be. I'd rather be dead. I'd rather be dead than embarrassed. I love that.
The one reality show I'm surprised you didn't talk about in your reality show vid was Mystery Diners. I don't think I know Mystery Diners. Also, we got 10 gifted subs from Badu and also Gibbles the Third with 20. You fucking mad lads. I appreciate you guys. You know what though? We're coming up on the hour and a half mark. This is a great. I think that's a great way to end it, dude.
There we go.
Your nice little choking.
All right, let's go.
Very nice.
Let's figure out what else is going on YouTube today then.
Austin, Texas, are you ready to get fucking crazy? All right, we'll give it up for the King of Mead, the Prince of Put-Downs, and the Burn Baron himself, Timmy Heidecker. Jesus Christ.
People's Republic of Austin, with a bunch of hairy-legged women and liberal fruitcakes.
What's up, Austin?
He called himself.
You guys suck.
The Worm Dude.
I hate Austin. I hate being here. I think you guys are all a bunch of losers. Are there any Mexicans here? Fuck you. All right, you know the deal. We're gonna listen to some fucking comedians, try to be funny. Fuck, hey, can you not touch your computers while I'm talking? Fucking idiot.
But anyhow.
All right, do we have the bucket or whatever? All right, first comedian is Nate Sakulich.
Hey guys, you ever hear of this Peter Parker guy, Spider-Man?
No.
He was bitten on the tuchus by and now he's got this.
No, go away. Fuck you. You know what your problem is? Look at you. Look at how stupid you look with your stupid hair. Fucking kill yourself, dude.
Who cares?
Shave your fucking head, right? What do you guys think? Go down to the 6th Street Bridge and jump.
Oh.
Go away. All right, next is Jesse Kincaid.
Hey, what's up? Ladies, this is for you. You ever have like a huge load of hot cum get shoved down your throat? And then you burp and it smells like brie? And then you can't concentrate when he's returning the favor because all you want to have is like a big charcuterie board?
Okay.
There's nothing worse than getting finger banged in the William Cannon Chick-fil-A drive-thru by a guy that has severe carpal tunnel syndrome. And then you get to the window and it's a fucking Sunday. Then you can't eat your feelings about your whole life, and it's also your dad's birthday, but he's dead. And, you know, he had a huge fucking hog, according to my mom.
All right, thank you so much. That was great. Yeah, good luck. Congratulations. That was terrific. Did we like her or what? Got a couple more here. Dave Sizzle.
A little bit about me. Autism. Oh, so this is fucking crazy. I was at HEB, right? Which stands for Howard E. Butt, which is fucking, it writes itself sometimes. But I was there, and so hot dogs are packs of 10. But then if you go, if you go to the roll aisle,
it's not good.
There, let me finish. Let me finish.
Go ahead, but it's not good.
You suck.
You do. You suck. You're not good at doing comedy. No one likes you. Goodbye.
They like me. Do you like me?
Bye-bye.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. This is why the Austin is full of the stupidest, worst people in the world.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Dave. Let's pull somebody else out. Byron Brown.
Hey, what's up, Austin, Texas? Woo! All right, I know what you're thinking. You're like, what's Steven Spielberg up here doing stand-up comedy for? I'm not Steven Spielberg, but I do love movies. Big Gene Hackman fan. I was very upset when he passed away. There was a lot of mystery surrounding his death.
Get to the punchline. We all know he died. What's the mystery? What's the mystery?
So there was a lot of mystery surrounding his death. His wife passed away a week prior to
Right. We
him
all know
dying.
that. We all saw the news. What's the punchline?
She died of a very rare virus, and there was some discussion about naming the virus after her, a la Lou
What is
Gehrig's
the name? What is the joke? What is it?
That's right. It's going to be called Gene Hackman's Asian Wife Disease. Oh!
Okay, you know what? That's actually really good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Seriously, let's hear it for this guy. This guy's a star. This guy's a star. What's your name again?
Byron Brown.
Byron Brown. Byron, you are something special, and I think you're going to go places. So let's hope you come back, and we're going to sponsor a world tour for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, let's hear it for Byron Brown. Really exciting. All right, next is John Merriman. John Merriman. Let's hear it for John Merriman.
What's up, Austin? What's up, guys?
You don't have to say what's up, okay? Just start your jokes.
Oh, sorry. Where are my millennials at? Are any Gen Z here? Any boomers?
No one cares
My
what
daughter-
generation you are. No one cares
my
what
daughter has
generation you are.
an iPhone, and she looks me in the eye. She's like, "Dad, my phone sucks." I'm like, "Oh, this glowing rectangle that connects you to everything in the world is something you don't like." We grew up with 3 channels. Okay.
All right, you know what? You know what? Somebody should break your other arm. Get off my stage. You suck. You suck. You suck. And you shouldn't. Excuse me. I'm being serious. I'm being serious. You shouldn't be alive.
You suck.
You suck!
All right, we've got one more for comedian for you guys. Tonight's show is only going to be 25 minutes. I've already got your money. I don't give a shit.
Huh?
Our final comedian is somebody named Philip Brown.
Phil Braun.
What?
Phil Braun.
Phil Braun.
How's everybody doing out there? Where's everybody from? Austin? Somebody say Austin. You know, only 2 things come from Austin.
Steers and queers.
And an LGBTQ plus community that we respect and embrace. And we don't...
I don't want to fucking do it anymore. Can we do something else?
LGBTQ plus.
I love roast comedy. Roast comedy is the highest form of entertainment and the highest form of comedy. Yeah, it's the roast world. Everything's decided by roasts now. How about this guy with the Astros jersey on over here? Justin Verlander, Nolan Ryan. Said that? Who did? Who, you?
What's your name? John. What kind of name is John? Like the most boring name you could come up with. Mom and Dad said, "Hey, what name are we gonna come up with here?" I don't know. Let's just go with John. John.
Have you been the victim of unfair treatment by a business or a corporation? Has this ever happened to you? You bought a house that was not disclosed to you that there was a termite infestation in the walls and in the moldings, so you have to take it upon yourself to call your own termite extermination company. But when the guys show up, they immediately ask if they can use your bathroom. Then for over 2 hours, they take turns going in and out of there, taking huge mud pies and over flushing. Then they go in there together and you hear a bunch of scrounging around, and then you hear a bunch of yelling, and one of them is standing in the bathroom doorway shouting at you, and his friend's foot stuck in the toilet, and he says, "Help him! You gotta help him!" And when you go in there to help him, he just pulls it out easily and laughs because his foot wasn't stuck. It wasn't stuck at all, he was just faking it. And then they get really serious, they say it's turbo time, and they both start running around the house as fast as they can and jumping over the couches. But when you try and jump in, they yell at you and they say, "You're not part of the turbo team! Don't run! You don't run with us! We're the ones who run! Until you're part of this turbo team, walk slowly!" So you go and lay down to be by yourself and read your art books, but then the next day you went into the bathroom and it looked like the hole in your toilet had shrunk? You said, "How could that be? There's no way they could have shrunk the toilet." But then you saw in the trash a receipt from Home Depot for a toilet the exact same size as yours, but with a joke hole that's just for farts. They replaced your real toilet with a fart toilet, and now you can't take a dump in your house.
I'm so happy No Emotion put me onto this. I never would have watched this guy.
Chronic back pain affects everything. Your family, your job, even your leisure time. At Laser Spine Specialists, with our minimally invasive spine surgery, you can be back on your feet and back in the saddle.
I never thought I'd ride again. Thanks to Laser Spine Specialists, I'm back on my bike and enjoying life.
I can finally get back to tending my garden.
I can finally fight my wife's new husband, Danny Krause.
Call Laser Spine Specialists for your no-cost MRI review and change your life today.
I'm back to helping out around the house again.
I can finally lift my son over my head again.
I can lift my son over my head again, and there ain't shit he can do about it. Come here, you little fuck! Yeah, what the hell? Come on, I'm gonna get you over my head like a big boy. He's been rude to me his whole life!
Call Laser Spine Specialists today to learn how a less than 2-inch incision can give you a new lease on life.
I can spin my wife again.
I can play with my dog again.
I could get my money back from Robbie Starr at Superstar Tracks Records. You told me I could sing. I listened to the record we made, and it sucked.
Hey, I disagree, Ron.
I gave you $10,000 to make me a star.
We just need a couple more dollars to get this thing really popping off.
I'm through, Robbie. I played Mountain River Rock for my whole family, and they laughed at me.
Your family hates you. Only I love you. And that song is rocking, baby. We gotta fly Jeff Crisp down from Indiana to mix it professionally.
You listen to me. No more scamming adults into thinking they're stars. I hear you tricked one more old guy at the mall.
What the hell, Robbie? Where's my airplay? I have the radio tuned to that station you told me all weekend, and my...
Minute. The Johnny, go for it.
Palm tree girl.
Exactly in my Q zone. Hey, Robbie.
He tricked me.
Hey,
and my song never came on.
Don't listen to him. He tricked me too.
He didn't trick me. I am a star. Nobody tricked me.
Hey, listen, Ron, I just got this new beat in and it's totally in your Q zone, all right?
Don't start this with me, Robbie. I can't sing.
It's a guaranteed goddamn hit, all right?
It's not exactly in my Q zone, is it?
I mean, yeah, it's also in Johnny's Q zone. Johnny, how about you do Palm Tree for us?
Palm tree girls, the palm tree guys.
Don't give it to Johnny. Don't give it to Johnny. Hold on. Let me think about it for a minute.
What is happening?
Moon River Rock. Moon River Roll.
Call Laser Spine Specialists today and get back to the things you've always wanted to do.
You're too tight. Need to loosen up. It's gonna be a hit, but you have to relax.
We now return to the Channel 20 Christmas classic, The Night Scrooge Saved Christmas.
Christmas.
am the ghost of Christmas way future.
I've already met the ghost of Christmas future.
I said way future, Scrooge!
Way
What are you here to
future.
show me?
Christmas in the year 3050. Skeletrix and his Bone Brigade have enslaved the human race, and we need your help.
What are you talking about?
Bonies are slaughtering humans by the millions, taking their bones and using them to make more bone soldiers, and more important, fleets of bone cars.
What?
Friggin' bonies! But I've got a plan. We've got to kill Skeletrix. He's huge! He's 15 feet tall and he has bones the size of tree trunks. Oh yeah, I almost forgot! He carries a club made of lava! Damn you, Skeletrix! Oh crap! One of the bonies made it through the Christmas portal! Quick, Scrooge, bash him with your cane! That's it, Scrooge! Now go ahead and eat that goop, Scrooge! It'll give you the bony sense of humor! Oh, watch out, Scrooge! It's a bone mama! Don't let it lay an egg!
I don't know what to do!
Use your Christmas cheer and bash his frickin' brains out, you idiot! Yeah! Smash that bone mama! Attaboy! That's good bone crushing!
I think I'm beginning to get the hang of this.
Scrooge, you cheap bastard! You're a genius at this! Oh, crap! The Bone Brigade just did a bunch more bad stuff! We're gonna have to go to the future! Crap, dang it, this sucks!
No.
In 1983, they made a remake of Romeo and Juliet, only instead of star-crossed lovers from two families at war, these are two people who are trying to fall in love in spite of having made slightly different fashion choices. It's LA, the San Fernando Valley. The year before this, Frank Zappa released a song called Valley Girl. We all became fascinated with how girls from the Valley spoke. The reason we all say like so much is because of this song. The only thing I remember about that song is at one point she's like, my English teacher, he's like Lord King Bufu. But I think he's the Lord King of butt. Which really is like a pretty awesome title if you think about it. So they're in the mall and these girls, Julie, she's our Juliet. One of them's like, I don't even know if I want to get pregnant. I would be like, wait, what? I would be puffy to the max.
Yeah.
Gag me with a spoon.
Ugh.
She's like, you got Tommy. He's the most popular boy. And she's like, you don't know, guys. Tommy's bod is bitchin', but his brains are bad news. But then we see Tommy at the mall. She's like, you haven't called me in 2 days. And she's like, I'm like totally not in love with you anymore.
No.
So everyone's talking about this big party tonight. Nick Cage is Romeo.
Okay.
He even has his buddy Fred, who I guess is the other guy, Mercutio. One of the girls is named Susie, and she tells her mom she's excited about a boy named Skip coming. And then Skip shows up. The stepmom, she's scoping out Skip. So Nick Cage, Randy, by the way. Now they show up to this party. His buddy has dyed hair. It's kind of
Was
the
that
80s
Molly
punk
Ringwald?
thing.
Who was
They both
that?
look like waiters at the same Johnny Depp themed restaurant. Tommy sees Nick Cage talking to Julie, and he punches Nick Cage. They kick him out of the party. They leave in their car. They get halfway home, and he's like, you know what? I'm not going to let that guy tell me who to talk to. They come back. At this point, Nicolas Cage sneaks back in through the bathroom window. This is largely a movie about Nicolas Cage hanging out in bathrooms.
Oh.
So he just goes into the shower in the bathroom as many people come in and out of the bathroom. He's just hanging out in there, I guess listening to people go to the bathroom. I feel like this is his thing, but I guess he's waiting for her to come in. I think the lesson here is in life, in order to find the right girl, you have to listen to a lot of the wrong girl's poop. He's listening to poops and peas, but he's Romeo. But soft. What farts through yon restroom window break? Earlier, Tommy hits on Julie's friend. This is the night they broke up. He takes her into a room, takes her boobs out. And then she's like, does this mean we're going out? And he's like, no. And you're a bad friend. He turns on her immediately. All of the sex so far has been bathroom adjacent. Tommy picks up a girl waiting outside a bathroom. He's in a bathroom now. He's looking at makeouts. So finally the girl comes in that he's been waiting for, Julie. So he walks up and he's like, Julie, it's me, the man of your dreams. And she's like, did you take 17 shits? It's like, no, I just was near them. I was listening. He's like, let's leave. He just met her. She's like, okay, fine. You're so intense. I'm going to bring my friend. So then they drive around.
What?
She's from the Valley, which is a more affluent suburb, I guess. I don't know LA. He's from Hollywood, which is like downtown. They go to a bar he likes, and it's just like a bar. It's just like a
it's
kind
a
of a
dive
little
bar.
seedy bar. And they
It's a
they can't
dive
believe
bar.
it. These two
Come
girls
on.
from the Valley. They're like, oh my God. He's
They've
like,
never
"I'm
been
places
to a
like this in
dive
the
bar
Valley."
before.
He's like,
You're
the real
giving
world's
them
not
an
clean and
experience
sterile
in their
like
world.
a TV show. We're ourselves. You're all the fucking same. You're all programmed. He's really dressing her down, and then he pauses and goes, when can I see you again? And then she's like, I feel connected to you. I don't know what this is. I feel like we're linked, you know? And they kiss. And Skip, the guy from the party, who Susie was telling her stepmom she's got a crush on this guy, he shows up. And then Beth, the hot stepmom, and she's like, hello, Skip. I'm disappointed in you because I was staring at you at the party. Now be honest, is there anything you want to say to me? And he's like, well, Mrs. Whatever, it's not an accident that I was the one who delivered your groceries. And she's like, yes, I know what you mean. And you'll know what to do when the time is right. So then we have a montage. They go on dates, restaurant, laughing, kisses. Now Skip comes by. He's looking for an excuse to come to Susie's house to meet the mom. He's like, hey, Mrs. Susie's mom, I have a book to return to you. And then he opens the front door. He hears the shower. We see someone in the shower. All the sex in this movie happens in the bathroom.
That's really
or near
weird.
a bathroom. Julie's talking to her dad, who's a former hippie. She says, I don't know. I love Randy. I mean, he hangs out in the men's room all the time, but I love... She's like, I love Randy, but everyone tells me that his clothes are slightly different. We come from different worlds. My hair is fluffy and his is spiky. Oh. He shows his daughter a picture of him as a hippie. And she's like, Dad, those are different clothes than I've ever seen you wear. And he's like, yes, honey, you can change clothes. She's like, what? What? People can change clothes. We shouldn't hate people for the clothes they wear. We should hate them for their religion and their race. What have I taught you?
God.
He like, takes his shirt off and she's like, what?
What?
Where'd my dad go? He's like, I'm right here. I'm the same guy, honey. He does his hair different. Whoa, Dad!
Bloodsworth.
She starts screaming, there's a strange man in the
'Cause
house.
it's
He's
not
like, no, honey, no,
Bloodsworth,
honey.
it's Oof
My hair's different, but I'm here.
Bloodsworth.
And then he puts his hair back. She's like, oh, thank God. And he's like, God, you Valley girls are dumb as shit. And then her friends meet her at a diner, and they're like, you have to decide, us or Nicolas Cage. And then she's like, okay, fine, I'll dump him, you know? And then she gets back with Tommy, and then he shows up. Nicolas Cage is like, hey. And she's like, I can't see you anymore. And she cries, and he leaves. And he's like, well, fuck off, for sure, like, totally. So now, Nicolas Cage, he's going on a bender. He's hit rock bottom.
A bathroom bender? Nice.
Yes. No, yes.
He's in my
He's going on an
everyday
endless
life.
bathroom break. And he goes back to that bar, and his ex is there. And they start making out. And he goes, your place or mine? She says mine. They go into the ladies' room.
What?
They go into the ladies' room. He has
That's
sex
funny.
in the ladies' room with his
Bro,
ex.
what
The
is
girls come in, and they're
happening?
like, "Ugh." So these women are just hearing sex noises, but they're like, man, there is a lady having a rough one. We're with you, sister. Just, you're going to get through this. It's going to be okay.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, God. You can do this.
Yeah,
He
oof.
comes out of the bathroom
Oof,
looking crazy
Bloodsworth.
and alone. Well, we never see that girl again. I don't think he's just a restroom freak. I think he goes from town to town murdering women in the restroom.
Oh, no. What?
But then his friend Fred is like, dude, you got to stop hanging out in bathrooms. He's like, if you love her, you need to do a big romantic gesture. Remember Skip? He's making sweet love at the house. We see the daughter come in. She's coming up the steps. She's going to find Skip fucking her mom. But the person who comes in is the mom. It's a misdirect. Turns out the woman in the shower was the daughter. So he came in thinking he was going to find the stepmom. He just found the daughter and was like, I'll take it. Oh! The movie's telling us when you go into the restroom looking for sex, you don't always
Stop.
get what you want. But the
Sometimes you
restroom
get what
gives
you need. Yeah, right?
At this point, Nicolas Cage just starts stalking Julie. She's getting in a car with her friends to go somewhere. He just gets in the car and she's like, leave me alone, get out of the car. He poses as an usher. Her and Tommy are going to a movie and he just pretends to be the usher and he's wearing like 3D glasses. And he's like, is this movie in 3D? And he goes, no, but your face is. He's kind of semi-nude in a sleeping bag on her lawn when she opens the window. And she's like, get out of here. So now they're at the big prom. They're dancing. They're spiking the punch. It's the classic 80s prom. On stage is kind of a cool band, a bit of a 50s throwback. And they're singing the song, Johnny, Are You Queer?
Oh, what?
What?
And it's about a girl who she's in love with a boy, but she's not sure if he's gay. Johnny, are you queer, boy? Johnny, are you queer, boy? Why are you so weird, boy? Do you know what's funny about Johnny, Are You Queer? His whole big elaborate plan to get her back ends up being he's going to punch her boyfriend. This woman just wanted to know if a guy was gay. She learned an instrument. She did her band perform. Finding out if a guy's gay, she had a much better plan. Yeah. His plan sucks. Julie and Tommy are the prom king and queen. Nick Cage turns to Mercutio and he's like, what's your big plan? And he's like, well, this was it. I just wanted to get you here. And he's like, well, I'm going to start punching. He beats the guy up.
What?
Yeah, they're about to come out on stage as the king and queen. He comes up and starts beating him up. He takes her hand and she's like, I guess I'm yours now. Like she was into it.
Oh.
So then there's a food fight, classic food fight.
Love it.
They run away. He takes her into the car that her and Tommy had come in. He's got Tommy's date. He's got Tommy's car. Tommy had planned as a surprise for them to get a hotel room. The chauffeur says, so the hotel, sir? And he's like, yeah, take us to the hotel. He looks so happy to go to the hotel, partly because he's going to have sex, but it also makes it seem like finally somewhere to stay. We never see his family. We never see where he lives. The secret in this movie is that Nicolas Cage lives in a restroom. Like, he really comes from the bad side of the tracks. She's a rich girl from the valley. I think he was a secret restroom hobo. You know who definitely lives in a bathroom? I think Johnny wasn't queer. I think he also lived in a bathroom. That was his backstory. He was like, look, I'm not a gay guy. I just hang out near the glory hole because that's where I get my mail.
Yikes.
The past was doing its best.
Greetings, it is I, the Dark Warlock Salvia. I reveal my true form to you, my humble students, as this night brings with it the promise of terror and death. Let that be your only warning, as I cannot guarantee your safety during the course of this video. Now, as you can see, I've created a spell of repulsion around the door to this etiquette. I can only hope the barrier will hold long enough for me to complete my ritual. For you see, tonight, I have unfinished business with an ancient evil. He is the one who calls himself Malu, an evil beyond the influence of heaven or hell, born from a dimension older than time. And tonight, he comes to claim my soul, and with it all of my powers of the dark arts, which is why I must teach you everything I can in the time that we have. Light your protective candles, my dear students. If these are to be my final moments on this earthly plane, I would have it no other way than to be here with you. Now, before we begin, let us hear what the crows have to say.
Cock! I suck cock!
Oh, yes, good. The spirits have allowed me to show you the full power of the dark arts. For instance, I summoned a spectral copy of Team Killing right over there. He's just over there fucking up teammates.
Whoa!
Now a word of warning. You must be wary when dealing with the realms beyond mortal understanding. They are not to be taken lightly. Observe, scratched by demon at 3 a.m., and with my mind I will play.
Did you come up behind me right now?
What happened?
I don't know. I felt something on my back.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
What is it?
Oh my goodness. All the way up your entire back.
Is it that?
Oh, I know who did that. I'll bet it was a shadow figure.
It's the same thing. Let me get up, get your cameras. I'm just sitting here, Melissa.
Oh my gosh.
They just did it. Same thing.
Shadow figure got her too. See, I knew it. Here's the thing about shadow figures. They hate YouTubers. Oh, they hate them so much. If you have a YouTube channel and you make videos for it, there's a pretty good chance you have a shadow figure haunting you. In fact, I've got one waiting for me in the hallway right now. Yeah, he's just waiting for me to come out there. Anyway, what they really, really hate beyond just YouTubers is when people try to network. Behold. Oh man, awesome vlog. Wanna collab? I'll collab with you guys all day on a little ghost hunt. Let those ghosts scratch me all up and maybe choke me out if they want to. But yeah, if we collab, can you show me the best places to get beat up by ghosts? I think our audiences would synergize real well, especially if we find a demon who wants to stuff a dirty sock in my mouth and whip me. So let me know when this collab is happening. Have your people contact my people. I'll fly to wherever I need to go in order to get knocked around by some big buff paranormal entity. I'd even let a ghoul stomp my nuts so long as it's wearing high heels. Anyway, let me know about that collab. I'm here for you, bro. And network! Bitch. Noctus elementus, dedit captures.
That is definitely a butt plug. Good job.
Yes, good. Oh, hello. Yeah, don't mind me. I was just enchanting this butt plug for later. Anyway, as I said, I must defeat the dark demon Malum tonight, and I feel his presence growing ever closer, so I don't have time to fully explain the dark arts to you. But luckily, I do have this quick guide from the YouTube channel Vokecast.
How to cast magic spells. Anyone can be bewitching with the help of a little black and white magic. You will need candles, an incantation, gemstones, paper, fire, dried plants, essential oils, and faith.
Yes, what kind of spells is this bitch gonna cast?
Visualize your wish as you light the candle and say a few words about what you hope will happen. This is your incantation. Spend a few minutes deep in thought about your desire before blowing out the flame.
You see, it's very simple. Magic exists all around us, both light and dark. You just need candles and gems.
Step 2. Use a gemstone. Like candles, different stones have different magical properties. Hold the stone in one or both hands as you visualize filling it with light.
Halt! Halt the video.
Halt
My
the
students,
video.
I sense a strong magic coming from the comments below. I couldn't believe it until my ex reunited back to me. I really appreciate the good of Dr. Belogan, the great caster on Facebook, for casting any spell on her. I have never seen a man with so much powers as Dr. Ikenga. He's blessed with spiritual powers. I really appreciate Dr. Romeo, the great caster, for what he has done for me. He remains the best when it comes to spells. I really appreciate Dr. Jim, spellcaster, for bringing my wife back to me after he cast the spell on her. I really appreciate Dr. Ford, the great spellcaster, for what he's done for me. He remains best when it comes to spells. Oh, I really appreciate Dr. Kennedy, the great spellcaster, for what he has done for me. I really appreciate Dr. David Coven for what he has done for me. He remains the best when it comes to spells. There appears to be some sort of magical battle between powerful magicians in this comment section, using zombified minions to bring business to their Facebook pages. I'm super excited, all thanks to Dr. Belogan, the great caster. All right, fuck you, Halcast. You don't get a comment. I want to see what this Dr. Belogan thing is all about. And go. Dr. Belogan, the great caster. By the gods, this is some powerful magic. Look, he healed this woman's skin. She has been carrying this for 2 years, but with the help of my spell, her skin has been restored normal. DM me if you need any help. Don't remain childless. I can help you. Contact me on WhatsApp. Fuck it, there's the number. Whatever, I'm not blurring that shit out. Make money now that you are young. Money spell. Bring back your ex. No risk. Ah, yes, no risk. That's why there's an ominous voodoo doll candle on the table here. No, this stinks of Malum. He would take any chance to weaken people's hold on reality. And I can fix this if I leave some good comment etiquette, but I must conceal myself in case it's a trap. Therefore, I have this. Samuel, Tyrannus Protectus, Aventis Alam Malal.
What the? Oh, someone please tell me I'm not trapped inside a piece of paper right now.
Spirit L. Jackson, I have summoned your soul into this photograph of Samuel L. Jackson, who you are not. You just sound like him.
I don't think I sound like him at all.
You are charged with being my voice as I leave this comment.
Well, look at all these fine choices you've given me in the matter. Guess I'll do the thing you're forcing me to do. And you better drop me back in my body after this because the Spurs are up by 6.
It will be so. Speak with me now, Spirit L. Jackson.
Well, Dr. Balogun. You must be the richest man on the planet. You mean to tell me that you have the magic spell for every single possible moment of desperation in someone's life? Let me cut to the chase here, Dr. Balogun. I'm putting together a team of mystical doctors such as yourself to protect the world from acne and loneliness. We're also going to make everyone rich, even the babies. You ever seen a rich baby? It is adorable. Stop wasting your talents on these Facebook suckers and get with a real team of people who could easily heal every problem on the planet. Unless, of course, you're all a bunch of liars. But what are the chances of that? All right, I'll be in your apartment with the lights off waiting for your answer.
And post!
So that's it?
Yes, you have fulfilled the pact.
Hey, there's another guy in this photograph with me, and he doesn't look friendly.
Another guy? What do you mean? No! Run, Spirit Hell Jackson. Run for your life.
I don't have legs, man. I'm a spirit.
No!
This dude is eating my soul.
No, Spirit Hell Jackson, no!
I'm being eaten right now.
Jesus. Malum is stronger than I could have imagined. Where is all of this power coming from?
Where
I
is
need a
all this
powerful
power
defense
coming
spell,
from?
and I know exactly what to get. And by the way, if you're a high school student in America, you're definitely going to want to learn this one. Trying an anti-bullying spell kit.
If you're bothered by bullies, either at school, in your workplace, or a member of your family, then this bully off spell kit might be for you. First, take a charcoal disc and light it carefully. Once it's burning, place it in an incense burner and set it aside.
You see, this is so much easier than doing the other thing. You know what I mean.
Once this final step is complete, place the charged crystal in a small bag with a blend of dried spices.
Oh, and of course, I have my own anti-bullying pouch. Yeah, you're gonna need one of these if you're in your mid-30s and still making YouTube videos. Thank you so much. I just killed my bully. What is this, Hogwarts? Where are you? 3 is to tell on how to get some restraining order lifted from the rubber potion video. 1. For CV. Hi. All right, I can see this comment section has been cursed with a spell of stupid bullshit. And I feel bad, actually. I mean, I know I'm a dark warlock, and I do the dark arts, and it's all darkness and shit, but that doesn't mean I don't have empathy. So I'm gonna lift this curse. I'm gonna do it like this. Hey, I'm a bully, and I tried bullying a kid who had one of these, and my mom died. I didn't realize he had this thing, so I just kept bullying him as a way to vent out my own personal trauma. And that fucking pouch just kept making my life worse every time I did it. I'm 46 years old now, in a wheelchair, because I keep getting hit by runaway trucks. And I still bully that fucking kid. I prank call him and tell him his wife's in the hospital, and sure enough, then I'll get electrocuted through the phone, or a piece of my ceiling will drop on me. This is one powerful spell. If you're getting bullied, it will absolutely work. It also might turn your bully into a lifelong antagonist who goes out of his way to ruin your life so long as the next truck doesn't kill him. But you know me, I'm a bully. I'm always looking to escalate. Speaking of this kid, I gotta go take a shit on his lawn right now. His name's Alan Greenspan, by the way. Fuck that guy. And post! Malum is close now, and casting such magics has weakened me. I must replenish my energy with this mana hoagie. It's special because it's been blessed by the only Catholic priest not tied to a controversy involving children. So, while I eat this, let's hear a word from today's sponsor.
This lesson is brought to you by Raycons.
Goodbye.
Hey, I found this loose Raycon on the meeting room table.
Come back here strapped with a bomb. Get their hands on the every...
He said he can't find his grenade. All right, he found it. Well, now that my magic has been replenished, I sense the presence of a demonic entity right here on this website, twitch.tv. You may have heard recently that twitch.tv was hacked, revealing the income of its most popular streamers. I believe this to be the work of the lesser demon Alzarov. Alzarov is a demon that hates the needless spending of money, which is why I'm using this amulet of stinginess to root him out. Interesting. The amulet appears to be pointing me towards this stream right here. My God, this is Scary Cheese, my favorite Twitch streamer. Oh shit, he's about to eat a glizzy. Incredible glizzy work. This guy's a machine. I can't let Alzarov get his hands on him. Alzarov, hoarder of riches, demon of frugality, reveal yourself. And send.
Is that common etiquette? No, there's no way that's actually him.
Yes, it is me, old friend. It is me.
Holy shit. I didn't think the day would come.
We don't have time for this.
Yeah, that glizzy went down.
Good. Scary Cheese, listen. There's an entity in this chat room that wishes to do great harm. I am the Dark Warlock Salvia, and I intend to stop him. And chat.
I'm the Dark Warlock Salvia, and I intend to stop him.
Oh, fuck. He doesn't believe me. I must act quickly to dispel Alzarov's influence and give money.
Commentaket cheered. X5000. Here's some money.
As I said, this demon hates when you spend money like an idiot, so this is definitely gonna make him pop up. Oh, there he is.
Leave me, mortal. My master will trap your soul in a cage built from your bones.
Master? Alzeroth knows no masters. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
the demon
He's
of
working for
frugality.
Malum. I must weaken him now. I need to donate more money.
Commentaket cheered. X1000. Fuck you, Alzerov.
What foolishness is this? You could have spent that money on groceries.
Alzeroth, your name has been spoken. Release this man from your influence and return to the fabric of evil from which you are hewed.
I have no fear of you, Warlock. Waste your power as you see fit. You are banned. We will hear you no more.
Bad? No. Oh, I can't chat? Scary cheese. No, I can't lose another one.
Say goodbye to your friends, spellcaster.
Oh, no, is there nothing I can do?
Curious Betsy Twitch cheered. X1000.
Yes.
Begone, demon. Leave this sexy bitch alone and let him blast his titties unfettered.
Fuck yes, Curious Betsy.
No! Stop spending money in this nonsense. Put it in a Roth IRA.
Sanctimus Dipthatus.
Ah, wretched mortal, you cannot kill what is endless.
No, but I will condemn thee to the depths of this tomb you have chosen. Twitch.tv, with no agency, forever watching millennials eating takeout food while discussing socialism.
No! Please, no!
Now be gone! Malum grows weaker. There may still be a chance yet. But now comes the most difficult of my incantations for the night. I only hope I haven't dawdled too long. Anyway, on to the final ritual. Balls and cock temple ritual enlargement frequency. Oh yeah, here we go. And play. You see, it's like I said, magic is all around us, and sometimes that magic is a YouTube video that makes your cock and balls enormous.
Damn it. Damn it.
Damn it, I'm not ready yet. My cock and balls are not big enough. Well, thank God they haven't patched this yet. My toddler walked into the room while this was playing, and now Child Protective Services is all up my ass because my kid's got a big fat hog. They say he's gonna have circulation issues for the rest of his life because the human body can't provide enough blood to accommodate the amount of cock and balls this video cursed him with. I even emailed a link to my buddy, and he played it in the room with his wife. She wound up with cock and balls so big the fire department had to cut a hole in the side of their house to take her out with a crane. Not my fault these binaural frequencies are so potent. Anyway, if you see a bunch of big dick scrolls running around, it's because I've been throwing Raycons into their ears and blasting this YouTube video. Gotta go, demon's about to kill me, and post.
I've come to collect the one who released me. I'm prepared to defend myself. Pathetic. You think your cock and balls are big enough to withstand my power? This is a paltry size, barely big enough to perform sanctuary. Your cock and balls are like what God sees when he looks upon his creation. Insignificant. You are nothing. Your existence ends now for the delight of Maul.
Anti-bully spell, go!
You dare mark me?
I am the Dread Warlock Salvia. I hold dominion over the etiquette of the damned. And I'm going to stick you up my ass.
What? I cannot. No more magic.
What the fuck? You have a gun?
Maul sees you. Watch it. You will hear my
My students are off limits, Malum. And our time is almost through.
You had Malum fight a decoy.
It's called the dark arts, not the hard work arts, bitch. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. Inductus permanentus.
Oh, shit. No! Oh, God.
I'll see you in my ass.
But I am Mauro. How dare you trap me in a blood-form box?
All right. The ritual is complete. Let me get my hands on that.
This is no place for Mauro. Get me out! Get me out!
Oh, yeah. All right, enjoy the view up there, you stupid bitch. All right, here's a tweet. At Ted Cruz, hey man, can you write this rune on your forehead because I got a butt plug with your name on it? And tweet. Okay, now where was I? Oh, right, yes. Hey, you guys still trying to play the objective?
I'm shooting teammate.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, just as soon as I find my goddamn grenade. How did it get all the way over there? Must be magic.
Big spooky Salvia, Salvia. Big spooky Salvia.
Martin God.
Martin Shkreliton.
Dread Cruz. DJ Crypt Death. He's big spooky salvia with fangs used to bite. He'll drink your blood like cheap red wine. When the moon is full, something scary might happen. And perhaps it won't because the ghosts are napping. A chemtrail fog is rolling all across the land. A goblin in your bed gently cuddling with your man. Pineapples come to life on a killing spree. And big spooky salvia's pulling all the spooky strings.
Big spooky Salvia. Big spooky Salvia, Salvia. Big spooky Salvia.
Yo, what up, Crypto Nation? It's your boy Big Money, aka Fat Stack Salvia, aka Eric. This is Crypto News with Eric, and I'm gonna give you all the tips on how to make fast cash in crypto. All right, let's see where we left off last week. As you can see, my wife's asshole coin is on the rise, just like I predicted, up 175% with no end in sight. Could this be a moonshot? I don't know. Maybe it's another kind of shot. Maybe it'll go to Mars, Jupiter. How many other planets are there? I don't know. I didn't go to school. So I'm going to give this one a Salvia told you so, and I'm willing to stake my reputation on it from here on out. Moving along, mainstream media is back at it again, trying to scare everyone out of diversifying their futures. Federal investigators warn of rising cryptocurrency scams. All right, guys, we're going to dive right into it. Let's get into it. Let's get it. Let's just move into it, okay? Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
From Wall Street to Main Street, digital cryptocurrencies have exploded in value and popularity, with many Americans eager to get in on the action. But federal investigators say a Wild West culture has led to a massive spike in cryptocurrency scams. Since October, nearly 7,000 people have reported losses of more than $80 million.
Hey, it's not lost if someone else gained it, Mitch.
Victims sent more than $2 million in cryptocurrency to scammers posing as Elon Musk. Others duped by what they thought was an online love connection. The most likely victims, 20 to 49-year-olds. To avoid being scammed, experts advise using legitimate banks and investment advisors.
See, this is why you need Crypto News to tell you what to do. Also, I happen to notice some very good advice in the comments here.
Massive thanks to everyone who recommended Champ Tool on Instagram. You guys are really a lifesaver. Well done, Rare Techie on Instagram. I can't express how much I appreciate your efforts. It's great to have someone as special as you to work with. Words are not enough to express my gratitude towards your kindness to our family, CyberActi on Instagram. We all say thank you very much, sir. Rare Techie has been the buzz of town in the UK for his works after helping a number of the royal court scammed again. I compel you to try out Rare Techie on Instagram. He's not like the others. Psh, yeah, it's great. Solid advice. Let me see if I can make some money off this shit. I'm not sure if you people have heard about the highly influential Yoga Dude 911 on Instagram, but it's all true. He's simply the best. Go follow him today and start saving money. Here's how it works. Step 1, you send him pictures of your feet. And step 2, he pays your rent for the month. The more pictures of your feet you send him, the more months of rent he'll pay for. This is risk-free unless you count pictures of your feet being sold on the dark web as a risk. Disclaimer, good feet only. You're not going to get paid if your feet are gross. And post and mint that comment as an NFT. All right, maybe
maybe that comment's gonna buy me a boat one day. Oh no, my wife's asshole coin just totally tanked. Man, thank God I didn't put any money into that. Yo, what up, my slimes? That's right, you're watching Crypto News. Don't forget to drop a like on this video. You will be entered into a contest to win $3,000, even though YouTube doesn't let you see who liked your video. Moving along to the big story of the day. I was right again, guys. I called this back in March. I told you it was gonna happen. I said, count the days. Maybe it'll be weeks. Maybe it'll be months. Guess what? It's today. That's right, Walmart is officially accepting Litecoin as a form of payment. This is huge news. Huge news. Now listen, here's what I want you to do. I want you to pause this video and then put all of your money into Litecoin. Just all in, baby. This is gonna skyrocket. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? This might even outpace Bitcoin. So like I said, pause the video, go all in on Litecoin. I am so sure of this. If I'm wrong, you know what you can do? You can strap me to the front of my Toyota Camry, then drive at full speed into a brick wall. That's how sure I am of this. Oh, wait, oh, hold that thought. Fake Walmart press release says it will accept Litecoin, sending the crypto higher. Nah, that's fake news, but play.
But that fake press release claiming Walmart would start accepting Litecoin as payment for goods and services shot that altcoin sharply higher, as Kelly just pointed out, before, of course, more scrutinizing eyes in the cryptocurrency and social media world threw a lot of cold water on the headlines and set Litecoin prices lower on the session.
Yeah, well, you know, I've always said Litecoin was a piece of shit.
This is just the latest example of how easy it might be to manipulate prices in the cryptocurrency world what this fake story might do to catalyze regulators, perhaps even lawmakers.
Man, that's all these shills want to talk about is regulation this, regulation that. Nah, the real information is from the people, because you could trust people. I've been making losses trading myself. I thought trading on demo account is just like trading the real market. Can anyone help me out or at least advise me on what to do? Trading crypto with expert Patricia has been a game changer for me. Well, I'm just shocked you mentioned and recommended expert Mrs. Patricia. I thought I'm the only trading with her. You don't need to be shocked because I'm also a huge beneficiary of expert Mrs. Patricia. I'm so happy for taking the bold step and working and investing $2,000 with expert Mrs. Patricia. After a week, I received $19,680 to my bank. Though I was strictly warned not to go to the comment section, but here and now I am sharing my testimony how profitably it is trading with Mrs. Patricia. You see, crypto's all about people helping people. Just like I'm trying to help you right now by showing you how to reply to this comment thread. Mrs. Patricia killed my fucking dog and exhumed my son's corpse so she could send me pictures of him on carnival rides. She's a horrible woman who will put a curse on your family so every time you jack off, your dad feels it. I rue the fucking day I met Mrs. Patricia. There's no recovering from the hell that's consumed my life since her dark shadow has loomed over me. Now, what actually works is if you follow YogaDude911 on Instagram for all the best crypto tips that won't bankrupt you so bad you have to turn tricks to make ends meet, like when I had that rotten bitch, Mrs. Patricia, handling my finances. Anyway, don't listen to YouTube comments, but YogaDude911 will absolutely make you rich, and if I'm wrong, you can drop me into the woods and hunt me with a bow and arrow. Alright, just wanted to join everyone else with their stories about dealing with Mrs. Patricia. She fucking sucks. Hit post! Okay, now you're probably wondering what this YogaDude911 thing is all about. Well, here's a quick crypto tip. It's just my Instagram page where I do yoga and rip ass. Haha, yeah, I just like to show off my exercises. Huh? What's that? Yo, breaking news, guys. We're getting huge movements in the crypto world right now. Let's see some charts. Damn, Bill Cosby coin is at an all-time high of $60. If only Bill Cosby could see that for himself, but he can't because he's a blind old bitch and he doesn't have a lot of years left. All right, now's part of the show where we see what other crypto news programs are reporting so I can copy their due diligence and pass it off as my own. Oh, these 5 altcoins will 20x in 15 days. Huge events. By Alex Becker's channel. Oh, it sounds like there's some juicy buys in here. And play.
Guys, these coins right now, while we're in a bit of a dip, a bit of a dump, these are such juicy buys.
Yeah, juicy buys.
These coins right here, in my opinion, it's just such juicy, easy buys.
Yeah, it's juicy.
If we do not go bear. If we go bear, all this is off the table. But
all right, oh shit, looks like we got somebody impersonating this guy's YouTube account in the comment section. 19 remove. Bro, these coins will not 20x in a lifetime, LOL. Thanks so much for watching. For more guidance from me, WhatsApp, emoji phone number. I mean, that happens. Impersonation's a frequent and highly annoying thing that scammers do all the time, especially when your favorite YouTuber is also your financial advisor. So So here's how we solve that.
Attention everyone, I am also Alex Becker's channel and I paid off my mortgage with one simple trick. I just kept all my money in Kuwaiti dinar because it's 3 times the US dollar and only going up. Kuwaiti dinar is the juiciest buy on planet Earth, so slop it up, you filthy pigs, and don't forget to ring that bell so daddy can fill your trench. YogaDude911 on Instagram. And post.
Huh? Aw, come on. Someone just left an impersonator comment on this video you're watching right now. This lesson is brought to you by Noom.com/bigmoney. Oh, never mind. I actually did post that comment. And this lesson really is brought to you by Noom. That's right. I bet you didn't think I'm a Noom man. In case you haven't noticed, Salvia Fat Stacks is about to become Salvia Reasonable Weight Stacks. And it's all thanks to Noom. When you sign up for Noom, you get a program that helps you build and maintain a healthy lifestyle. Set your goals and let Noom help you achieve them. I started Noom about a month ago. I tracked my calories, I tracked my steps, and I spend 5 minutes a day on my Noom lessons to get me in the right mindset. Because Noom is all about the psychology of staying healthy, instead of doing a bunch of shit for short-term goals that just don't last. Hey, don't take my word for it. I'll take yours. Eric looks like he's lost weight. Looking good, Mr. Moneybags. Eric seems to have started to work out. He looks skinnier and smarter.
Why, Eric, just wanted to say you're looking much healthier and less like a pile of shite these days. Well done, mate.
How the fuck does Eric sweat on command even after losing all that weight? Eric looks 5 years younger than he did a few months ago. Must be the bleach. It's the adrenochrome. Nope, it's Noom. I also have my own personal Noom coach. His name's Tommy. Everybody say hi to Tommy. He and I are putting together a little exercise schedule. So along with that and all the other tools at my disposal at Noom.com/bigmoney, I'm hoping to see a lot more comments like this. Holy fuck, Eric's almost back to looking how he looked when he was doing the salvia. God damn, congrats on that. You guys didn't even know I had Noom as a sponsor when you were leaving those comments. So for whatever that's worth, go to Noom.com/bigmoney for a free 30-second quiz. It's 30 seconds, takes no time at all. Now back to more people who noticed I'm Newman without knowing I'm Newman. Remember when Eric was funny? Hey! My name's spelled with a K, you asshole. If it's working for Eric, it'll probably work for you. Check out Noom.com/bigmoney for a free 30-second quiz and get Newman today. Better watch your ass, Chris Pratt. I'm coming for you, bitch. Yeah, welcome back to the show, Crypto Nation. What's up? Okay, so as you all know, I've been basically for a very long time now trying to make my own crypto coin. Well, I got good news. I finally found a YouTube video to show me how to do it in the way that I would like to do it. How to make your own cryptocurrency scam. And juicy play.
Let's make a scam coin. It's very easy to make a cryptocurrency. It's very easy to market, to buy Reddit posts, to buy Twitter comments, to buy influencers.
Now see, this guy's being facetious. I understand that. I'm not. I fully intend on selling my crypto coin the second it goes up in price.
And then we come up with a name for our token. So let's say MoonSafe, and we'll call it MoonSafe.
As you can see, I'm on the website that creates the crypto coins. Now, I got my name all picked out. It's actually just Bill Pullman's entire monologue from Independence Day. So paste. Let's make sure that whole thing made it in there. And yep, that's looking pretty good. Yeah, it's definitely all in there. So we're good to go. Also looks like we get to create a shorthand version of the crypto name. That's also going to be the monologue from Independence Day.
But let's just hit create token. And I don't have my wallet connected. It's really that easy though. Once you connect your wallet, you just have to confirm that you want to create the token, and then you pay that fee.
Okay, well this is connected to my wallet, so I'm about to spend actual money. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Let's jump into it. Let's put ourselves inside it. So create cryptocurrency. Oh, okay, $350. That's not bad at all. Wait, what the fuck is this? $490 in miner fees? Shit, this thing's already losing me money. Well, all right, let's pay it. There goes my money, and here comes my token. All right, nothing's happening. Where the hell's my token that's just the Independence Day monologue? Did I do something wrong here, or what the fuck is going on? Does it take a couple minutes to show up? I don't have any information. It just took my money, and it gave me nothing in return. I have no idea how to find this token. Maybe if I refresh the connection, and nope, it's gone. Just like my money. Well, folks, that's crypto.
So with that, I hope you learned a lot. I hope you hit that like button. That helps me out. And you got your full value for today.
Well, I say dress me up in a dirty t-shirt and call me Chris D'Elia because nobody told me about these miner fees, and that miners and their fees just cost me a lot of goddamn money, even though in the long run I'm gonna be fine. I'm just kind of pissed at all these miners and their blabbermouths and miner fees and shit. Also, real quick, where the hell does your coin show up when you create one on this website? I made a coin with the entire monologue from Independence Day and the fucking thing is just gone. Is it out there somewhere on the internet? Like, can I Google the monologue from Independence Day and it'll show up? Because there are so many results for that. Oh my god, I picked such a stupid name name. I thought it was gonna be a cool name. It's a stupid name. I'm an idiot. But no. This is good. This is good. It's good to get fucked over sometimes because you learn from it. And this wasn't even that bad. And it's these lessons that I will bestow upon my daughters and sons. And also to my daughters, I'm gonna bestow the lesson to stay away from that Crystalia guy, at least until they're 20 years old and safe. Crypto! Jewel break. Oh no, what the hell is happening to the crypto market? Bro, it's all going down. We're seeing alerts across the board here. Bitcoin's at 10 bucks. Oh my God. I had absolutely no money in any of this shit, but this is terrible for my show. Let's see what's going on here. Maybe somebody else did their research, so I could just do my research by watching their research. Oh, here's CoffeeZilla. That dude makes nice videos. All right, play.
As if we haven't heard enough crazy news from the crypto space, how about this story right here? It looks like someone out there just crashed the entire crypto market by creating a coin that is just Bill Pullman's speech from Independence Day.
Okay.
That's right. 869 characters is apparently the perfect number to fry every blockchain on Earth. They're all down.
Oh, fuck. This is not juicy. This is like crumbly.
All I'm going to say is whoever's responsible for this better have a good place to hide because we're talking about a lot of angry people out there. Billion-dollar losses across the board here. Protests are already starting.
Oh, fuck. There's protest. Oh, this is so not nice.
And by whoever is responsible, I of course mean this guy. Salvia Eric.
Oh, what the fuck? How do you find that out? God damn it, this guy's so good at doing his research.
I've covered some pretty bad actors in crypto before, but this has to be the worst manipulation I've ever seen. Everyone's going to want a piece of this guy. Better start running, Eric.
Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. Hey, Narfi. Narfi, get in here. Girl, we got to go on the lam. Go fetch my gun. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, God damn it. Next, Narfi, you're up. What the fuck? No play. We gotta run, girl. Jesus Christ. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Here we go. All right, guys. Here's another juicy crypto tip. Always have a bug out bag ready in case you need to get the fuck out of town. Well, that's it for Crypto News with Eric. I'll see you guys next week for another Salvia Told You So from an undisclosed location. Whoa, shit. Narfi, attack. I said attack. What?
You know what's better than an NFT, which is just some digital gobbledygook that no one can ever touch, feel, or taste? How about one of the shirts from the NeonGrizzly.com store? We got all the hoodies you need. Here's the 5G Apocalypse hoodie. This thing's gonna keep you safe from all kinds of radio waves. Get nice and snug in the Rainbow Gay Frog long sleeve. We also got stickers, posters. Here's a sticker of my dog taking his shit. And yes, the rumors are true. We do sell clothing to women. NeonGrizzly.com.
Big money, Salvia. Big money, Salvia. Big money, Salvia. Salvia. Big money, Salvia. Big money, Salvia. Big money, Salvia. Big money, Salvia. Salvia. Big money, Salvia. Big money, Salvia. Big money, Salvia.
How is any of this legal?
You know, it seems these days you can't enjoy a single goddamn thing without these SJWs ruining it. You know what I'm talking about, social justice warriors. They hate fun, they want to take the edginess out of everything that we say and do and enjoy. Well, I'm sick of it. And today I'm going to teach you all how to handle these SJWs by being polite and respectful while staying true to your own beliefs. All right, well, we should define what an SJW is so that they're easier to spot. Here's Oxford Dictionary. Social justice warrior. Derogatory, informal. A person who expresses or promotes socially progressive views. Nah, this definition sucks. I bet an SJW wrote it. Well, I'm going to use the power of my free speech to give some feedback. And this definition is incomplete. They don't just express or promote, they get you canceled and find out where you work so they can fax pictures of ball sacks with your name written on them to your office printer just because they found a photo of you with Ben Shapiro from 2015. I mean, what the hell is that? How did my personal interest represent a social injustice? And how is it not an injustice to get someone fired from their job over internet bullshit? Hey, Oxford, just copy and paste the definition of vagina in here and it'll be more accurate. Blah, 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 blah. And feedback. All right, so the real definition of an SJW is just anyone to the left of me. That's how I spot them. Oh, and by the way, in this episode, I'm going to say it.
Oh, God.
Now, I don't know if I got any SJWs in my audience, but just in case I do, you little pussies better pay close attention because we're all sick of your shit. Go police everyone's behavior somewhere else, like, a Democratic Socialist Convention or something. DSA National Convention 2019 highlights. And SPlayW.
Quick point of privilege. Quick point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Guys.
Yo, that's gendered language.
First of all, James Jackson, Sacramento, he, him. I just want to say, can we please keep the chatter to a minimum? I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload. There's a lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to focus. Please, can we just, I know we're all fresh and ready to go, but can we please just keep the chatter to a minimum? It's affecting my ability to focus. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's all be quiet for this one fucking guy. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't realize we're all living in your world.
Thank you, comrade. Okay, is there a speaker against name, chapter, pronoun?
Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
Okay.
See, I knew that was going to piss someone off.
There's also in Piedmont 8 a completely quiet room. One thing to note there, please don't go into that space with anything that's like an aggressive scent, for instance, right? Because that's going to be difficult for people.
Yeah, I'll bet there's a lot of aggressive scents in that room right now.
Quick point of privilege once again. Hi, James Jackson, Sacramento DSA, he, him.
Oh, cool, this guy's back again.
I have already asked people to be mindful of the chatter of their comrades who are sensitive to sensory overload, and that goes double for the heckling and the hissing. It is also triggering to my anxiety.
Yeah, it's not going to work, plus you're the one being loud now.
Now we're going to move on to the resolutions and
Very
amendments
brief.
committee.
Very brief point of information. If you are using a microphone, talk into it directly like I am right now, and do not wave your face back and forth because people cannot hear you. That is all.
Okay, awesome.
That guy's mansplaining.
What are we actually talking about at this point, and then what is the vote going to be?
Thank you.
Jesus Christ, I'd rather have Fidel Castro walk in on me fucking his wife than sit in the same room as these people. God, that was painful to watch. This is proof that you can't get anything done if you constantly have to walk on eggshells all the damn time. My wife hates it when I leave aggressive scent in the washroom. Speaker lady was having second thoughts about socialism as this went on. I think I'd actually prefer being exploited by capitalists to this. This is brilliant. They're eating each other. I'm so scared of the socialist revolution. How privileged is it to expect everyone to accommodate your every single need? 10 guys that just got done eating at a Mexican restaurant could defeat this entire room by bending over and farting in their direction. Yeah, no shit, dude. And since I'm among my peers in this comment section, I feel very safe to just post whatever the hell I want. The only explanation for this that makes any sense is that every single person here was an undercover federal agent and had no idea everyone else was too. I've been to crowdfunded furry conventions more organized than this, and one of them was double booked with a hunting expo. Quick point of information, if loud noises fuck you up and you're in a gigantic banquet hall full of people where anyone can go yell into a microphone, you're going to have an awful time. The only way you can get a crowd that big to shut up is if you pay them, but these are communists, and communists don't have money. All I can say is it's a good thing none of these fucking people vote. Here, boost! And yeah, you know, that is the thing about SJWs, is that they're all secretly fascists in disguise. Huh? My sponsor watch is ringing. What the hell does that mean? This lesson is brought to you by Raycons. Well, boys, the holiday season's coming up.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and you know what that means.
To buy things for your loved ones to prove you love them.
Uh-huh, and that...
Eric, you know, I bet you heard him coming up on you with your amazing Raycons.
Cons. dangers of being an SJW and how they threaten our way of life. And by that, I mean I'm just going to show you compilations of SJWs freaking out. Ultimate SJW regret confrontations. SJW rage funny moments.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Raw Media. In this video, we're going to be seeing some of the craziest SJWs.
Okay guys, so as you can tell, today we're going to be seeing some of the craziest SJWs. Let's get straight into things.
Getting straight into things, this guy has some ridiculous takes.
Racist against certain groups.
Oh, hold up. Is that Caitlyn Bennett? Oh, no, I don't like that bitch at all. Skip.
So then, by your logic, though, aren't they women?
Yes.
Exactly. So only women can get pregnant.
So what's the point of
No,
this?
no, we're not engaging. Stop. We're not engaging. Stop engaging. Man, please don't touch me. We're not engaging. Okay. Well, only women can get periods. So.
Goodbye, turf. Goodbye.
Okay. Stop. Okay.
Goodbye,
Walk
turf.
away.
Go away.
Walk away.
Goodbye.
Walk away.
We don't need you here.
Oh, they must be so fucking embarrassed of themselves. Anyway, this next guy isn't wrong at all.
This guy isn't wrong at all.
Person does. I want women
so
to
you're
have
actually a feminist then?
Well, I would describe myself as a second-wave feminist, but the modern version of feminism, this ugly, sociopathic, vindictive, mean, spiteful third-wave feminism, which which is defined by misandry.
Okay.
Women agree with me.
What? That one didn't have a freak out.
Lady, I think she's just there to work.
So sorry that 20 is all I have, but I just want you to know that you deserve so much more. Like, so much more. And I voted for Clinton, not that that's important, and like, I wouldn't tell you who to vote for, but obviously you had to vote for Clinton, like, too.
Lady, I think she's just there to work. I wonder how we would treat each other if we could all live without our skin. A bunch of bloody hamburgers that would find something else to bitch about. That's a pretty good writing prompt. Hello, my name is Dr. Hamburger Skin. I've spent my life's work trying to invent ways to put skin on our bodies, as did my father before me and my grandfather, all the way back in time until the great skinned one created us as his lesser children. All we want as a society is skin. I plan on making all sorts of skin colors too, so people can choose what they want to look like. I mean, we're all red. I would imagine people would desire individuality if given the choice. Anyway, one day I'm going to figure it out, and we're all going to have crazy skin colors, and that'll be completely fine. My name is Dr. Hamburger Skin, and I hate the Irish. And post. That's what I love about free speech. Nobody's got a right to hide my opinion for any reason at all, even if the opinion is a simple thumbs down. Oh, wait.
Apparently, groups of viewers are targeting a video's dislike button to drive up the count, turning it into something like a game with a visible scoreboard. And it's usually just because they don't like the creator or what they stand for. That's a big problem when half of YouTube's mission is to give everyone a voice.
Yep, totally. And dislike. God damn, look at that ratio. No wonder they're getting rid of this.
The update from YouTube is that the dislike button is staying, but the dislike counts will now be private. You can still dislike videos, and that action will be used to tune your own recommendations, but you won't be able to see the dislike count. Only the creator can find it on the back end if they want.
The back end, by the way, is what this guy's talking out of.
Now, this again is about protecting all creators and making sure they have a chance to succeed and feel safe in doing so.
No, this is obviously to stop people from disliking corporate videos on your website, because everything is woke SJW bullshit full of women now.
All right, so that's the update. I hope it doesn't cause too much frustration.
You're a bunch of communist losers. Well, now we're gonna have people saying use this as the dislikes button. Real productive. Let's dislike the video and mark your attendance by liking this comment. Dislike. Dislike button. Like it to use it. Dislike. Watch them censor comments with any negative word in it. Well, bad news, you little bitch. They already do that. Here, for instance, this comment's gonna get immediately censored. Hey, cool. This reminds me of the time I fucked Bernie Sanders in the mouth while he laid on his back, head tilted over the edge of our bed, and me standing with my knees slightly bent, just ramrodding his throat like an 18th century musket as he encouraged me with the only noises his body was capable of making, aka farts. Also, I don't particularly care for the Chinese government. And post and incognito mode, and back to the video, sort comments by new, and it's censored. Big fucking surprise. All because I said I don't particularly care for the Chinese government. You see, this is the kind of SJW nonsense I've been talking about. They take, and they take, and they take, and they change, and take, and change, and take, and take, and take. But what do they give? What do the SJWs give, huh? And this is the reason I'm actually making this video in the first place, because the SJWs have finally done it this time. They made Superman gay. Superman is gay now.
Superman is coming out as bisexual in an upcoming issue of the comic series Superman, Son of Kal-El. John Kent, the son of Clark Kent and Lois Lane, will begin a relationship with a male reporter.
No! Meet the new Superman. He will come out as bisexual in a new issue of the print and digital series.
Oh, stop making superheroes gay, you jerks.
Call me when they have a gender-stable aisle with superheroes whose sexualities we know nothing about. Why are they sexualizing superheroes? We just wanted them to get the bad guys, not a venereal disease. Anyway, leave our comic book heroes alone.
Yeah, that checks out. All my favorite superheroes just have no love interest whatsoever.
DC Comics have just revealed that the new Superman is, in fact, bisexual. Hollywood gave up.
Ew, is that Nicole Arbor? Oh, I heard that bitch smells weird. And
bold and it's and a bold new direction. But Brave would be having him, fighting for the rights of gay people in Iran, or they'll throw you off a building for the offense of being gay.
Yeah.
Why don't they have him fight the injustices that created the refugees?
Yeah.
Or fighting for the rights of women to attend school and have the ability to work and live, and boys not to be raped by men under the new warm and fuzzy Taliban.
Yeah, put that in the comic books.
There's real evil in this world today, real corruption and government overreach, plenty of things to fight against.
Superman was always gay. Yeah, well, nice work, social justice warriors. I didn't even know there was a war for Superman's sexuality, but I guess that's how you people won. Well, I better leave a comment while I still have my free speech. Ah, son of a bitch. What's next? They're gonna make the CIA agent who killed Martin Luther King gay too? I'm so sick of SJWs painting over everything with their dumb bullshit. Just make a new gay superhero who isn't Superman, and I promise I won't complain about that. If these SJWs were actually smart, they would act like they see things from my side, and then slowly trick me into thinking like them through the media I consume. But nah, they're just making everyone gay and lame, and I don't mean they're lame because they're gay. I meant they're lame because who gives a shit about Superman's son? Where's Superman? I don't know, because I haven't read these comic books in 20 years. Doesn't mean I can't pipe in the way I pipe Bernie Sanders' mouth while he gripped my hand. Anyway, like Asian actor Dean Cain said, Superman should be fighting the Taliban and finding out who killed Epstein. You know, real world problems that can easily be solved in a comic book. Instead, he's just like busting nuts inside his boyfriend and watching YouTube T channels or whatever. Like I said, I haven't read this comic book since I was a child. Also, this comment is the dislike button. And post! Well, I hope you all learned a lot about dealing with SJWs today. They're annoying as shit and they're everywhere. But hopefully with some of the tools from this lesson, you can go about your way on the internet, sanity intact. And hey, to all you SJWs, watch your back. We're coming for you. All right. Good night, and God bless our troops.
Agent Salvia, report.
What exactly is planned, sir? I said everything necessary to become a figurehead of the anti-SJW movement. It was so easy. So easy.
Excellent. Soon enough, we'll own both sides. Then we'll smash them against each other and control what remains.
Hey, did you hear Superman's gay now?
No one cares.
Oh yeah, that's right. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what the hell is Eric wearing underneath that camo jacket? And that's right, it's a goddamn pink soy boy t-shirt. Doesn't take a dirty communist to see that neongrizzly.com is good for everyone. Get on there today, get some merch, get yourself a hoodie. It's getting cold outside, you're gonna want hoodies. We have literally millions of hoodies, so come on down to neongrizzly.com, get yourself some good shit. Neon Grizzly! Big money selfie! Yo, what up, crypto? Greetings, it is I, the Dark Warlock.
That sidebar again discussed similar issues of if the defendant brings in evidence or testimony that she was a good person and no ill intent and those sorts of things, and specific acts of her being a good person, it could open the door to other things that she may not want the door open to. The state, the defendant, and advisory council were at the bench when we had that short 1 minute sidebar, but I don't know if anyone wants to supplement the record on that. Ms. Kay?
Just, Your Honor, that again, the state did raise any issue of character evidence under 404A and 405, that if the defendant opens the door and tries to advise that she is a good person, a peaceful person, a kind person, a loving person, any of those other types of things, that we believe that would allow us under 405 to then bring in specific acts such as the murder of her children, her husband, and her current husband's wife.
All right.
Which would also be 404B that they withdrew.
No, it'd be 405.
Yeah, they withdrew it, but if you bring up 404 that you...
Then all 404B is in, or do we get a hearing on what 404B can come in? If I open the door, do I get a hearing? We stop trial and I get a hearing on...
Stop. We'll have a very short hearing, okay? If you're going to introduce how you have great character and good character, we're going to have a short hearing on what evidence that they can bring in to rebut that character, which could include being convicted of 4 murders. So
and would you
talk
like...
to your advisory counsel during the break. And
you don't need to yell at me either. I'm not...
Okay?
Yeah, you are, and you do not need to talk to me that way. I'm very courteous. I'm very courteous to you.
No, you have been nothing near courteous to me during the course of these proceedings. Talk with your advisory council about the rest of your cross. We're going to resume in 15 minutes.
All right.
That's the real Karen trial. Lori Daybell's a crazy person who thinks that they can conspire to kill people and then just argue about it until they get their way. Like the whole world is a customer service department for them. That's crazy. Okay, 10.5 minutes.
All right, what seems to be the problem here?
Sir, you need to leave.
What?
You need to leave.
To leave.
What seems to be the problem
Get
here?
your vehicle and leave.
What the hell?
The problem is you.
Me? What did I do?
Interrupting my scene.
Oh, I'm not supposed to be here?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just asking what's going on, and they arrest me for no reason.
But why would you pull up onto a traffic stop?
Because I wanted to see what's going on.
But what went through your head to get that nosy to pull up to a traffic stop? Just drive past.
Hey, that's not a felony to be nosy.
No, but it's really fucking annoying when you be nosy. It's just not needed.
Okay,
yeah, but I wanted to see what was going on.
Yeah, but you don't need to see what's going on. You don't need to see what's going on.
Yeah, but I was being curious.
Fuck off. Yeah, you don't need to. You can get back in the vehicle and fuck off now.
Oh, I can go back in the vehicle? Okay.
No, you're
Depends
not.
what this officer wants to do. Well, there you go.
No, he just said I can go back in the vehicle, so
No,
thank you.
now
I'll be on
you're
my
going
way.
in the back of the vehicle. Now you're going back in the vehicle.
Talking about the slit in your eyes.
What? The slit in my eye? That sounds kind of racist, sir.
Ow, fuck.
You can't arrest me for being curious.
I just did. Now please exercise your right to remain silent.
Wait, you said something about the slit in my eyes.
I did not.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
So you admit it.
Want some rice?
Oh, there you go.
How the fuck is that racist?
You said you want some rice.
Yeah, do you want some rice?
It's starting to add up, the racism.
I like sushi too. Sir. Sir. Sir!
Hello?
Make sure you widen the stance in your eyes.
What?
Nothing?
That sounds kind of racist, sir.
It's not racist. You want some sushi?
Man, this guy's just a big racist.
How the fuck is asking someone if they want sushi racist?
Look, can I just say something real quickly? Please don't tell them, say to our officers that they're racist when they're not.
That guy was being racist.
No, he's not, right? So
Yeah,
stop
he
trying to
is.
say our officers are racist. I won't stand for it.
That guy said, how's the slit in your...
Huh? Oh, hey guys, you caught me pooping. And that's fine. I mean, we all do it. Some of you might even be pooping right now while you watch this. So
President Biden.
Folks, you know, for all the tragedy out there, how to do our business, you caught me pooping. And that's fine. I mean, we all do it. Some of you might even be pooping right now while you watch this. So today, we're going to learn how to do our business with proper and respectful comment etiquette. Now, here's what I'm watching while I poop. The Red Ape Family, Season 1, Episode 1, NFT series. It's not very good, though. And resume.
Passport, please.
I'm Winky, he's Chucky, these young monkeys are Caesar and Hunky, and the dog's Rocky.
Oh, and this is Dr. Nwatiti, our family doctor / hypnotherapist / the last guest you want at a dinner party.
My cholesterol is gonna go up after this.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening here other than all these characters are NFTs that are worth money, and that's the only reason this thing exists.
All right, you know we have a party hard, man. Now where the girls them there? Oh, here we are go. Oh, hey, what is, man?
And you know, the internet's giving this video a really hard time, which I have to say is not good common etiquette.
What the fuck is this awful shit I just watched?
I have no clue what the fuck is going on in this shit. All of the budget on this show is spent on a stupid picture of a monkey. Holy fuck, this is god awful.
Wow, this is actually fucking garbage.
This looks like a pile of dog shit. Holy shit, this sucks. I right-clicked every single frame of this.
Can I screenshot?
Screenshot it.
Ah yes, the old screenshot the NFT joke. That never gets old. Anyway, here's how to properly comment on an NFT cartoon. Yo, sorry people are hating on you. It's just that these days everyone's got a little checklist of things they need to shit on, and you happen to make an entire show around one of those things. That thing, of course, being Saudi Arabian laundered money. Yeah, for some reason that's just not floating people's boats right now. But it's cool. Laundered Saudi money will be useless once fresh water becomes more valuable than oil, and then maybe all these folks can look back on this series as a forgotten classic. I'm all about shows based around NFTs, by the way. Hopefully it leads to me being able to buy those Real Housewives characters as NFTs so I can legally launch them all into deep space. Quick point of privilege though, maybe hire a writer. You know, like a writer, someone who writes. You're gonna want a writer. And post. And flush. All right. Time for breakfast. Who's hungry? Oh yeah. Prunes and coffee. Breakfast of champions. Oh no, not again. Oh, where's my pooping hoodie? I gotta wear a pooping hoodie in case I throw up. All right, well, I hope you guys aren't weirded out that I keep taking you along for the ride here, but it's actually a very natural thing. It's like I said, everyone poops. Even President Joe Biden poops. But since he's such a busy guy, he's got to do it in his pants at the Vatican. Joe Biden pooped his pants at the Vatican. This is how I get my news and play.
Biden pooped his pants when he met the Pope.
Ooh, how salacious. In the house of our Lord, no less.
President Biden's trip to Rome to meet the Pope ahead of the G20 was a bit messier than expected, according to unofficial media accounts.
Oh, you're gonna regret that one, Biden.
On Thursday, the Vatican created a stir by suddenly canceling the live broadcast of President Biden meeting with Pope Francis without providing an explanation.
Well, don't blame me. I voted for Bob Dole.
It's holy shit since it was at the Vatican. I've pooped my pants before. They use the first-time prisoner defense. That's when you poop your pants to prevent being someone's boyfriend.
All right, well, quick heads up on this, but this comment might actually get me in trouble with a bunch of sex predators. This is probably the first time something came out an asshole in the Vatican, if you know what I mean. These Vatican boys sure know how to party. Good thing there's no girls allowed or they might get jealous. I'd sure hate to be the Vatican janitor who has to clean up after all these old queens when they're done having costume parties and slaying each other's boners. By the way, the only reason Catholics hate abortion so much is because it means less children to have sex with. And post. Whew, I'm gonna have to change my shirt after this one. All right, well, that felt great. Now, where was I? Oh, that's right. I was playing video games and telling people to go to buyraycon.com/bigmoney because it's today's sponsor. Raycon.com/bigmoney and use code HOLIDAY for 15% off. Now, what are we doing? Raycon. The ghosts don't like it.
Hey guys, now I'm pooping in the office bathroom. Yeah, that's right. I had to get a side gig. I work for this company called Better.com. You know, the economy, you gotta have multiple jobs. But anyway, the cool part about this is...
Oh, look at that. She just talked right over a jump cut. You know what? I'm fired. Why am I even here? I'm going to go take my poop home. See ya. Oh, yeah, that's better. I can actually bring a camera into this bathroom, so that's a bonus right there. So where were we? Oh, right. This weirdo's got a YouTube channel where she's like uploading other people's videos of them getting laid off and then dubbing her voice over it to steal sympathy. And it's working.
To the person filming, I'm so sorry this happened to you. Oh, and she hearted it, you fucking liar. I am sorry this happened to you. These jackass CEOs seem to always pick the absolute worst time to do this to anyone. You will bounce back better than before. Well, that was heartbreaking. Now keep your head up, don't look back, you got this. I am sorry, may God provide you an even better job. If there was a God, this grifter wouldn't be worth $1 billion.
That person's referring to the CEO, no doubt, but I think the real grifter here is the person who uploaded this video. This is the first time I've seen someone try to profit off of someone else losing their job, you re-uploading.
Got this. I happened to you. These jackass.
And it's working.
Next, you're going to get an email from HR, askhr@better.com.
Raycon. The ghosts don't like it.
Hey guys, now I'm pooping in the clock in. I go straight to the bathroom and then I shit for 6 hours until it's time to clock out. It's so great. And the best part is, they're not even gonna care. This company just got like 275 million extra bucks or something like that. So like, it's no big deal. Plus, you know I got some good stuff to watch while I'm in here for so long. Let's check it out.
Vishal Garg, CEO of Better.com, fires 900 employees over Zoom meeting.
Wait, what? What the hell's this?
Thank you for joining. I come to you with not great news.
Oh, uh-oh.
This is the second time in my career I'm doing this, and I do not want to do this. The last time I did it, I cried. This time I hope to be stronger.
Oh, shit. No, come on. Don't fire us, man.
But we are laying off about 15% of the company.
You
The
gotta be
market.
kidding me.
Huh?
And performances. And
After all
productivity.
we did for the company?
Why does this woman sound fake?
If you're on this call, you are part of the unlucky group being laid off.
Oh, you know what? I was supposed to be on this call. But instead, I just went and took a poop.
We're all U.S. employees. We're
This
providing
is
4
not real.
weeks.
Oh my god,
of
I
severance.
can't believe this.
Okay, what is going on with the narration here? There's no way this is the original audio. Oh, wait, here it is.
Effective immediately.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What does this mean for what's next? You're going to get an email from HR, askhr@better.com, to your personal email address regarding the details of your severance.
Okay, so if that's the original audio, then that means that this person re-uploaded the video and then dubbed her own voice over that guy who was the one actually getting fired to make it sound like she was the one getting fired.
I can't believe
Enthusiastically
this.
as we were
Oh,
at the beginning of this.
Well, that's fucking weird.
this is not real. Oh,
Oh, look at that. She just talked right over a jump cut. You know what? I'm fired. Why am I even here? I'm gonna go take my poop home. See ya.
Oh yeah, that's better. I can actually bring a camera into this bathroom, so that's a bonus right there. So where were we? Oh right, this weirdo's got a YouTube channel where she's like uploading other people's videos of them getting laid off and then dubbing her voice over it to steal sympathy. And it's working.
To the person filming, I'm so sorry this happened to you. Oh, and she hearted it, you fucking liar. I am sorry this happened to you. These jackass CEOs seem to always pick the absolute worst time to do this to anyone. You will bounce back better than before. Well, that was heartbreaking. Now keep your head up, don't look back, you got this. I am sorry, may God provide you an even better job. If there was a God, this grifter wouldn't be worth $1 billion.
That person's referring to the CEO, no doubt, but I think the real grifter here is the person who uploaded this video. This is the first time I've seen someone try to profit off of someone else losing their job, you re-uploading stolen valor piece of shit. Here's an idea: if you're gonna record over the person who originally uploaded, try not to talk through the jump cuts. This is just another sad reminder that for whatever good intentions the internet was created with, it stands today as a testament to the shameless, conniving greed that every single person on the planet harbors within them. And thanks to the internet, I have seen far too much of humanity to feel at peace in this world. Shame on you, and that CEO guy seemed kind of cool actually. Big alpha energy going on there. You love to see it. And post. Man, I wasn't kidding with that comment either. Used to be pooping was a rare moment of relief in a life of stress and distractions. But nowadays we just take all that stuff in here with us on our phones, and I'm, in my case, a gigantic laptop. I finished pooping 5 minutes ago, by the way, but I'm still here because I keep finding cool new stuff to watch. Poop rap song, freestyle best ever. Oh wow, 2012? I didn't even have a smartphone in 2012. Simpler times. Times when you could do a poop rap song, freestyle best ever.
Alright, what's that rap about, yo? Rap about pooping in your pants, man. Okay.
Oh.
I poop in the ghetto. I poop in the hood. I'm an OPG, original poop gangster. I poop right in your face, pull down my pants, and I give you a taste. They call me Mr. McPooper. I poop while I'm watching Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Oh, okay.
When I poop in public, this shit is sick. I fucking poop on your dick.
Poop on my dick?
Rubber dub dub. I like to poop in the tub.
This is hitting me right in the feels.
I rap about doo-doo. I poop more than you do. My style is like voodoo. Got more money than Jews do.
Oh, whoa, okay, whoa.
I'm a diarrhea kind of guy. My name is Rob and I'm not retarded.
All right, well, it's a different time. It's a different time.
Rob is my name and pooping is my game. Every time I poop, it never looks the same.
Man, he just keeps going.
Taco Bell, cause I get shits from hell. You might pass out just from the smell.
This is what it's all about, folks. You know, for all the tragedy out there in the world and the anger, manufactured or otherwise, and the things that we're supposed to be afraid of, the things that we learn on a daily basis that make our hearts shrivel just a little bit more.
I really don't want to have to.
Why not
carry
just
a
let all that
torch.
go when we come in here to poop? Why bring it with us? Why not just sit back if you're gonna watch something? Watch a guy do a freestyle rap about poop.
I rap about crap. I dream of poop when I nap. I go to the mall on Christmas, take a shit in Santa's lap. I learned to poop from my dad.
All right, well, I'm not gonna play the whole thing. It's like 6 minutes long, so skip to the end.
MySpace.com/YoRob. Look me up.
Different times, man. Different times.
I emailed this link to my ex-wife. She writes back, "This is why we got a divorce. Love it." Man, tight-ass rhymes. Any fool can rap about killing people and women, but it takes skill to rap about poop. Hope you get signed one day, playa. I'd buy your album. Teletubbies.
Oh, that's what comments looked like 12 years ago. Here's what they look like today. It's funny to think that this video is now old enough to get shot in math class. If people still made YouTube videos like this, there would be no more homeless. Minimum wage would have increased with inflation. The Great Coral Reef would be thriving, and Elon Musk would still be bald. But hey, you tried, man. It's just that society wasn't ready for your message. A message of simpler times, and the assumption of a reality you can get back to once you're done laughing at poop jokes on the computer. That reality is gone, replaced with the very thing we invented as a distraction from the doldrums of life. Anyway, can I buy you as an NFT? I already have NFTs of Alf and Deepak Chopra, and I want to make an animated series with the three of you so I can hike up the prices and recoup all the money I lost from investing in Jake Paul crypto. By the way, if you say no, I'm just gonna re-upload this on my channel, but with my voice dubbed over. And poopsies! All right, folks, well, good night, and don't forget to vote for Bob Dole. Uh-oh, what? Oh no, Bob Dole died? Hang on a second, wait. Hey, lady hair Eric, why didn't you tell me Bob Dole died?
Holy shit, Bob Dole was still alive?
Yes, he was still alive.
I thought he was fucking dead, dude. I don't know.
How Italian fascism and art created the Cybertruck. I don't know. I can't go there with you, buddy. That's wild. Maybe some other day.
Hey, silly billies. My two favorite boys, Matt and Ryan, decided to watch a documentary movie all about me. The full episode of Uncle Sleepover can be found over on their cutie patootie Patreon. Enjoy.
Look at him. There he is. He's smiling. He's laughing.
I haven't ever seen the full documentary.
You haven't?
No, I have not.
You're in for a treat.
Oh, okay.
We began a journey together across continents.
Dude, you and me at the South Carolina State Fair.
Who's who?
God, this is these go-karts are like heavy-duty go-karts.
He's got, like, he had over $1 billion, man. He did not skimp when it came to children-related things.
He's cheating.
He's cheating.
The insults.
The shot of him with the tiny-ass car.
It's kind of gross because he's using them for his go-karts and his merry-go-rounds and
right?
stuff.
Like, Martin Bashir is, this is why I think he's scummy.
And he's just gonna go throw tomatoes at him? You know, this is gas being spent on good friendship and fun. At least that's what Michael thinks.
To Michael right now, he's made a new friend. He's having fun. Look at this.
Him go!
Look at that, he's having fun.
Woo-hoo! Is Michael's hand out, or is that... No, that's the fake journalist trying to make a friend.
Trying to make a friend, yeah. No, Michael is innocent right here. He's pure like a child. Martin, on the other hand.
No, Michael probably denied Martin's advances, and that's why Martin just started to go in midway in the documentary.
I gotta say, Michael did not do himself too many favors with the painting he's got in this room. and they haven't shown it
One
yet.
of himself?
There is a painting of himself. Yes, that is. You'll see it in a second, but just really didn't do himself any favors with it.
The music right you.
That's such a good picture.
We should get a high quality canvas print of it made and hang it up here.
He gets Michael to go out of his comfort zone, perform dance moves that they can use to advertise this.
This was in the intro.
How much you want to bet they slowed it down, turned it black and white? But Michael, there might have been a deeper, darker secret within.
That's the painting I'm talking about behind him. I'm gonna see if we can get a little bit of a closer shot of that in a bit. Dude, the moonwalk is insane. Like, how does he do it?
He let him drive the Batmobile?
No, I am Peter Pan.
What?
Wait.
You're Michael Jackson.
I'm Peter Pan by heart.
Martin's just like, what? Guys, he's Peter Pan.
He says the color changing.
He actually thinks he's Peter Pan.
Allergic to the sun.
Ooh.
This
So shielded by
nutcase.
his umbrella, he took me to his most secret place.
He even said in his own words, he took him to his most secret place.
Yes.
How far do you climb up it?
All the way to that seat. All the way to that.
Don't get him to climb it, Martin. Is he gonna let Martin climb his tree?
Yeah.
Give me hold down.
He better not. Martin does not deserve to climb that tree.
Oh, he's excited.
Yippee!
He fucking darted over there. Put a ricochet sound.
Should I add one?
I started to look for answers back at the beginning.
I want answers.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
that's not.
There is a painting of himself. Yes, that is. You'll see it in a second, but just really didn't do himself any favors with it. See, that's not really helping him out too much.
His first single, Big Boy.
I just wouldn't want a picture of me surrounded by little cherubs.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Cherubs are like something you get as a gift, as like a cherub ashtray for your grandmother or something.
It's,
you know?
it's something your grandma would have like on a side table, you know.
God, dude.
Right?
Remember when you first
Like,
that's bad.
If I were his, if I was his manager, I'd be like, Michael, maybe with everything being said, maybe let's just put this one in storage for now. No, the documentarians are coming. I'm like, well, that's like, maybe we just don't film in the room that has that. No, I want to be in front of it.
I wanted to call him Daddy so bad.
Me to you. By the way, this part is nuts because he just decides for the hell of it, I'm gonna go to Vegas and just live in a hotel for a couple months.
The Four Seasons Hotel.
The Four Seasons, nonetheless. He literally is just living a child's dream. It's like, what if I lived in a hotel?
In fact, he was delighted to have some company other than the bizarre collection of mannequins and gadgets that I found in his room.
What?
The Martin? Jeez, let the man enjoy his mannequins and gadgets.
What does he mean by? It makes it sound like sex toys and sex dolls.
Yeah. Well, like, can we see some of them? Oh, I don't like that one bit. I don't like that one bit, dude.
Who is that?
I understand what Martin means now. Like, I see what he meant. These are bizarre mannequins.
Why have these? Does it make him feel like he's not alone?
I soon learned that Las Vegas was full of uneasy memories for Jackson.
I had to share bedrooms with one of my brothers on the tour.
His name's not Jackson. I love how there's just like an old man, like there's just, it looks like just a still old man in the far right.
It looks like they're just in like the hotel lobby, just like doing this interview talking about his like horrible upbringing.
So on some occasions, you're lying down pretending to be asleep, and your brother's having sex with someone in the same room.
Awkward.
Well, I mean, they cut to that.
Why did they cut to that? Of all the shots they have, you know, they have like dozens of hours of footage.
Do you like shopping?
Who doesn't love shopping, Martin? Let me guess, he's gonna take Martin shopping and probably buy Martin some things.
Oh, he's gonna definitely buy Martin some things.
Martin's gonna go, oh, that's a nice belt, but I can't afford it.
Yeah, it's $14,000. Oh, don't worry about it.
Wait, really, Michael? You'll buy this belt for me?
This whole documentary is actually just because he wants, like, to score some free shit from Michael.
How much do you think you're worth?
Come on, Martin.
Come on, Martin.
Really
$1 billion?
Yeah, it's over there.
How serious he gets? $1 billion? It's over there.
Yeah.
Like at first he's like, no, stop it.
Stop it, Martin.
No, it's over a billion.
I'm a billionaire, yeah. I'm no small fry. Dude, the owner of this shop must be like so fucking happy.
We're happy to give it to you.
Look at him rubbing his hands
Yo,
together.
dude.
He knows that he's not giving Michael Jackson a bargain. He knows regardless of the bargain, he's getting a shit ton of money.
That's the he's literally doing like the greedy money like grubbing hand rub.
He can't help himself, dude.
Dude, would you be able to?
He's like, oh my God.
Look at him. Jesus
They
Christ.
zoomed in on it again. Because he's getting fucking money. He's like,
he's so excited.
Money.
He's doing the Mr. Burns.
Dude, I mean, if you owned a fucking antique shop, you know, I'm sure you're selling antiques.
He tried to hide it this time by clasping his hands together.
Don't let the cameras see.
You, we got these, right?
Yoo-hoo.
Grown-ass man saying yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo. I like this one because they're bathing Apollo. This looks like Apollo.
Oh, yeah.
And the girls are bathing him.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I want that one there. And that's the bathing of Apollo, right?
Yes.
Sure, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
My father did.
He doesn't even try to look nice.
He doesn't even try to hide, like, to look like a happy, like, these are my boys.
Someone needs to put the FaceApp smile filter on him, for real.
You've had your eyelids reconstructed, eyelids reconstructed.
Stupid.
None of it's true.
Shut up, Martin. Stop it.
Is Martin setting up the look at how he denies these obvious things, and watch him if he denies these other things in the same way? Is he setting up?